Anywho, wow. Judgment-free. We are a judgment-free zone, baby. EWL dropping that tune, man. Ugh. And that's what we're all about, baby. We are about being judgment-free. Everyone is accepted on this show. I don't care who the fuck you are, what type of past you had. I don't. On here, this is a different world, man. You entered the EWL Indie Review Show. My name is Tim. I'm going to guide you on a musical quest tonight. We're going to go down deep into the anus of this world. We're going to go deep into the rectum of the underground, baby. We are going to travel lands unknown. It's time to get familiar real fucking quick. Let's rock and roll, baby. Here's the thinkers. And now's the time to light up the joint. Now's the time to grab your favorite beer, your favorite beverage, your favorite powder, your favorite plant, whatever you gotta do, you know, smoke some Mother Nature's pubes, do what you gotta do, baby. Here's the thinkers. Come to me. So, breaking that tune down a little bit, we got a nice soft opening, right? It's the foreplay, baby. We're gonna get you in, by the way, cheers. Happy fucking Friday! You made it! You made it! I made it. Holy shit, we all made it to fucking Friday. EWL Indie Review Show. That last tune was The Thinkers. A band from the Philippines. A magical duo of might, as you would say. Delicious. I loved it. All right, so we were warming up with the foreplay. We got towards the Grundle Muffin, over the fucking rectus coitus, and then we entered the whole of awesomeness. The Thinkers. Come to me. Oh, I fucking love this shit. Viva la Indie! Punk rock never died. Here's Brian Lambert with his tune Face Master. And cheers! You fucking made it. Happy Friday. Love you all.
I'm riding high down where the battle goes to be. In your face, you won't get what you want in your face. You used to torture and talk in your face. You said I was done, but you're already beaten. Yeah, I've already won in your face. I thought that it would never end, but I won't play the fool again. Now I'm ready to begin, it's going down. I can see the lies you say, telling me to get away. Every single word betrays that you're a clown. But now, I will never be haunted. And now, I will get what I wanted. And now, the dreams I've been chasing are mine, because I've nowhere to. In your face, you won't get what you want in your face. You used to torture and talk in your face. You said I was done, but I'm already winning. Yeah, I've already won in your face. You won't get what you want in your face. You torture and talk in your face. You're already done. Yeah, the battle is over and the war has been won. Now I'm laughing hard and having some fun. Yeah, your time is up and mine has begun. And all I can say to you now, I will say to your face.
Fuck! Hello? Hello? What? What? Punk rock never died! Punk rock never died. It was dormant. It lays dormant right underneath your feet, ready to grab you! Pull you down under. Oh my gosh, Brian Lambert keeping punk rock alive. Oh, Jesus H. Fuck! Oh gosh. Welcome to the EWL show. Welcome. My name is Tim. I am your host. I am your guide on this evening towards this musical journey, that we're all gonna take in this. Every indie band. God damn it! Why does everybody sound so fucking good? Why? Someone explain. Why? Someone explain. Anywho, here's a brand new single by the man, the only, the one round cue ball, the perfect Australian punk, Harrow. Enjoy. fucking Harrow. What? Dude, the guy never ceases to amaze me, but we gotta... I saw it in the chat, and I think all of you have to agree with this shit. Rush? You get some Rush vibes from that shit? I got some Rush vibes. You know. Rush vibes. Geddy Lee a little bit, you know, I don't know. Harrow, dude, you always make just absolutely jizz-tastic music. Fills your ears up with just the absolute best ear fucking you could just possibly imagine. God. Harrow, ladies and gentlemen, Harrow. Here's Gallagher's Green. Best part of me. Gallagher's Green, ladies and gentlemen. Wow! Gosh damn it. I asked a question in the goddamn chat. I said, what's your favorite indie band you've been listening to lately? And your answers were all correct. Every band that is played on this show, OTAT, Dukester, you know, all those, you know, the bands in underground rock, you know, that Jeff Tucker plays, you know, Tattoo Baby plays, you know, dudettes. I'm telling you, indie all the way, Viva la Indie. Tonight is a very interesting night, man. It is a very, very interesting night. We are interviewing the EWL dads tonight. You know, my dad, you know, you see me on this show, you know what this show is all about, and you get to meet the ballsack that I came from. That is right. You get to meet Tim Wolosian Sr. Yeah, Tim Sr. I have, you know, so many, you know, interesting questions for this guy, you know, starting off, you know, maybe something with his childhood, you know, maybe something, maybe a memory that he's so fucking fond of, because I feel like we all have that memory, don't we? You know, one memory from when we were really young, really, really young, kid. You know, you can remember the smell, you can remember the colors of the day, you can remember every person, everything, every single thing about that day you can remember. And it could be a really sad moment, or it could be a happy moment, you know. But the fact of the matter is we all have that memory. And I don't know. What's yours, man? Here's Louis Tivey with his tune, Quote the Raven, and grunge is on the rise. Hello? What the fuck? Alright. So let's break, Nirvana. I get very, very strong Nirvana vibes from that. I get Mudhoney vibes. Me and Lewis talk a lot. We talk on the fucking daily, man. And this guy is always like, man, not many people listen to my stuff, yada, yada, yada. He's very, very, very critical of himself, which a lot of us artists are, But Lewis, gosh damn, man, that's what I call the fucking Tivey sound, okay? No one else has that sound. No one. You could say it's like Nirvana, like Mudhoney, like, those bands, but let's be honest, man. That's its sound all its own. Fucking A, Lewis! Yes! God bless you, and God bless my ears, because they are currently leaking. Here is 2 Pound T with their tune, Generation Medicaid. And by golly, this is a great punk tune, and punk rock never fucking died. Are you there? Hello? It's time to wake the fuck up! Grab a smoke, grab a handful of mushrooms, grab your favorite drink, grab some blow. This is the EWL show. My name is Tim, and we still got some killer fucking music and an absolutely insane interview with the EWL dads. Ed McCoy, Dustin's dad. I got a chance to speak with him last night. Talked with the gentleman for a good hour, man. Holy fuck! This is gonna be an interesting interview. 2 Pound T, Generation Medicaid, Merca!
Nobody can stop the fury in me.
vibes, baby. 2-pound motherfucking tea. Ugh! And they hit that shit to a T, on the T. Fuck my ass with the T. 2-pound tea. With their tune Generation Medicaid. Damn! Coming in hot! Holy fuck! Jeff Tucker, thank you so much for the stars, you beautiful man, you. Check out Front Row Radio. The man, the myth, the legend will pump you up in ways unimaginable. Jeff Tucker. Yeah, that's right. He might have slept with your mom, and that's okay. He might be your daddy, and that is all right, too. Jeff Tucker, you're awesome, man. Ugh. Continuing on, ladies and gentlemen, continuing on. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Okay, all right. Well, your pulse isn't going to come down, you know. Oh, my gosh, Jeff Tucker. All right, fuck it. Here's 10 for 10 with their brand new tune, Gun. Enjoy.
Doesn't matter what you've done with the dead man's gone. In another life, on a different day of the until your gears are broke. Found out a story of why. Live until they catch you lie. In another life, on a different day of the year of the year of the year. Gun in hand, gun in hand, gun in hand. They'll never know the story of a dead man's gone. Gun in hand, get out. Gun in hand, out of time. Get out.
Oh my gosh! What the? Alright. Okay. Number one, Joey, I could not get your artwork to pop up, so that was just 3 minutes and 30 seconds of Tim dancing his ass off. God damn it, my heart rate is through the fucking roof! I saw 10 for 10 live, and oh my gosh. It was like having sex, man. It was insane. They got the crowd wildin', baby. Wildin'! I got to sing a song with them on stage, and motherfuck! It was great, man. It was great. 10 for 10 with their brand new tune, Gun. Gosh damn it, Joe. Yeah, you did it again, brother. Gosh, what a versatile artist, man. I'll tell you that. Okay. All right, everybody calm down. Calm down. Calm down! Okay, all right. Everybody calm? Well, stop being calm! This is the goddamn indie... Yeah, that translates to EWL Indie Review Show. My name's Tim. Welcome. If you just landed in this wonderful shit show of amazing music, killer artistry, and a community that loves everybody and just pours their heart out into this fucking music, well, you know what? I'm gonna take you there, baby. I'm gonna take you there. Let's take a ride. Let's take a ride, all right? This is indie music tonight, all right? All underground. I don't play mainstream on this shit. No. Underground deserves to be heard. Mainstream is dying, everybody. It's time for all of us to rise up. Rise up through the rectum of life. Slap the grundle muffin in the oven, bake it to 400, and we are taking these old fucks' spots, baby. That's right. You got fucking 75-year-old fucking skeletons up there dancing. Holy shit. Here's Tar and Feathered with their tune Trans Am, What's Your Pleasure? Ryan Keeley as the front man and the bassist, or not the bassist, the guitarist, excuse me. He shreds a solo, what can I say, punk rock. It never did die, did it? I saw that crazy fucking animal live, and Ryan's played with EWL before. I swear everybody somehow got pregnant in the crowd. Weirdest night, you know. When you go up to a security guard who's alone and you talk to him and you say, "Hey man, do you smoke?" You know. And this event was in Illinois. Okay, it was in Illinois, so everything's legal. So he says, "No." He's man, I gotta watch the door and shit. I'm like, "Oh, that's cool, dude. But do you smoke? Do you? Yeah, man. Cool, dude. You want to come with? Really? You want to smoke? You let me smoke band? Yeah, man. Come on. Let's rock and roll, baby. Let's rock and roll." Oh gosh, what a night. And that security guard had the night of his life because that shit. Holy mother of pearl! Here is the Panics, and that motherfucker was in a panic. Here is Holding Up the Wall. Enjoy. Oh, gosh damn it, man. The panics! The panics! Oh my fuck! You guys, alright. I saw these guys live on Spock's page. They were doing a live stream and they were playing with the loudest punk band in San Antonio, Spock. And, gosh damn, these guys were fucking crisp. Holy fuck, every note. This is one of the bands that sound exactly like their album. And as an indie artist, that is fucking insane to do. And we all know as musicians and artists that playing on stage is a fucking bitch sometimes, and it does not always match the album. I will not sound like my album. You know, Dustin, now that motherfucker is crisp. He is on. You know, so me, I'm just a grungy punk, man. I'm just a grungy grunge. Oh, gosh, you know. So, you know, I'm going to bring this to the next, you know, this would be a little story for you if you got a couple minutes here. You know, I wanted to share something with you. So, you know, around the third show, I got an email. You know, it was a very interesting email. I got it from an interesting guy. All right. And this gentleman, he said to me, you know, I'm reading it, and you know, I thought it was a song. I thought it was a submission, but it wasn't. And this guy says, Tim, tonight, you know, this is the third show. He says, Tim, tonight I had plans to, you know, kill myself. I had the whiskey, I had the pills, and I was just scrolling on Facebook, just killing the time. You know, and then he says, I came across your show, and, you know, I watched all 3 hours. And, you know, he said, I totally forgot about all the bullshit I was going through, and you made me take a break from reality. And, you know, that hits hard, man. It hits hard, you know, and when I read that, it just, man. But anyway, you know, and he says, you know, thank you, Tim, you know, for saving my life. Thank you for, you know, taking the pain away even for a couple hours. He said, now I have something to look forward to every week. You know, and then I get a text earlier this week, and he says, my wife is pregnant with our firstborn. Thank you again. Man. Here's 9 Point Theory with Delirium.
One step away from asunder.
First off, Courtney, thank you so much for the stars. Jeff Tucker, thank you so much for the stars. You guys are all stars. That's right, you all are. Anyway, 9 Point Theory with his tune Delirium. Come on. Metal to the core. To the core. Oh my gosh. 9 Point Theory said, hey Tim, give me the first play, dude. Premiere the tune. On the show. And I said, abso-fucking-lutely. This guy has been commenting like crazy. He's been interacting. He's been supporting. He's been doing nothing but lifting up others. Come on. Hell to the fuck yeah. You're doing that shit out there and I see it. Of course I'm going to play your stuff. You're amazing. You're a killer human being. Oh, gosh. Sorry to bring everybody down on that story there. That got a little, I got a little, I don't know how you would say, awkward? I don't know. Not awkward, but it's just a hard story to tell. Mental illness is a real thing, and, I'm always here to be your ear, man. I'm always here to be your ear. Always! Alright. Here's a brand new tune by the Fraz Band. I'm Free. I believe the original song is the Rolling Stones, I believe. I believe, yeah! Oh my god, alright, I'm gonna have a fucking stroke. Excuse me, I am intoxicated! Alright, here's the motherfucking Fraz Band! It's time to get the Fraz out! I look like a ghost! Here is I'm Free by the fucking Fraz Band!
I'm free to do what I want any old time. Oh, yes, I am. I'm free to do what I want any old time. Oh, yes, I am. So love me, hold me, love me, hold me, because I'm free. To get what I want. Oh, yes, I am. I'm free to sing my song, though it gets out of time. I'm free to sing my song, though it gets out of time. So love me, hold me, what I want. Oh, yes, I am. I'm free to choose what I please any old time. Oh, yes, I am. I'm free to please who I choose any old time. Oh, yes, I am. So hold me, love me, hold me, because I'm free any other time to get what I want. Oh, yes, I am. I'm free. I'm free. Yeah, I'm free. I'm free to get what I want any old time. Oh, yes, I am.
Alright, man. Alright, I was just dancing along the entire fucking time. The Fraz Band, I think you've outdone yourself. I think you did the tune better than the original band, fucking A. I'm going on tour with these animals. It's going to be EWL, Spock, and the main motherfuckers coming from the UK with love, baby. The Fraz Band. But don't forget, Frazzy is packing a big old suitcase because he's bringing Dougito to play on bass, baby. And if you haven't heard of these fucking animals, go check them out because it's going to be a goddamn riot. Literally, we might start an actual riot. Yeah, we might. It might be a thing. Chemicals will be involved heavily. Speaking of chemicals, this next tune, Can You Please Me, by Cruella de Vil. If you haven't met Justin, Justin he's the singer of this insane fucking sound of a band. He's not farting into the mic, ladies and gentlemen. No. Here is Justin, fucking A. Cruella de Vil, Can You Please Me? Enjoy. And coming up next is a very, very special video, and with a brand new EWL tune, Unplugged. And after that, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the dad interview. Yes. Dads of EWL, this is your warning, baby. This is your warning. Get ready, because we're going to fire the questions at you, and we are going to ask questions from the chat, man. We're going to get deep. We're going to get wholesome. We're going to figure it all out, man. We're going to air it out. We're going to air it out, like your Grundle muffins and your skin flaps. Let's air it out. Here's Can You Please Me, Cruella de Vil, man. Happy Friday! Yes! You did. That's not even a question. Is it a rhetorical question? Ossifer, I'm high on life. Holy shit! Between the whiskey and the banquet and the Celsius and the chemicals, I am flying high, baby. Just like Cruella de Vil on that tune, man. Wow. killer. Reminds me of the Crew, man. Motley Crue. You know, the fast riff, nice and heavy, but still a little bit light. You know, it's still light on the ears. It's what you call a band that, you know, gets a lot of vagine. Yeah, they get a lot of vagine. Yes, that's pretty much what that is. You know, they dress up all cute and, you know, cuddly, and the women are just like, oh my God, Cruella DeVille, you know, and there it is, you know, fucking A. All right, now it is time for the brand new EWL tune, okay? This is EWL Unplugged, okay? This is a little side project I got going, okay? You know, and this video, it'll hit you in the feels, man. You know, if you have issues with your father, or if, you know, you have a great relationship with your dad, you know, it's a heartfelt tune, and this is for, you know, all the dads that pretty much, you know, they were there for you, you know, the ones that were there for you, and even the ones that weren't, but maybe the ones that stepped in. You know, we all have that, you know, father figure, you know, your Mr. Miyagi, you know, we all have them. You know, they're there. And, you know, this interview is going to be very special, man. We're gonna get into the past of EWL a little bit. We're going to get into the past of, you know, our fathers, our dads. It's going to be absolutely insane. It's going to be insane. But coming at you is a brand new EWL tune, and this is my first video that I made for music. Yeah, here we go. Enjoy, and love you, Pops. I'll see you in a sec, you fucking animal. You delinquent. I love you. All right, here we go.
Woke up this morning with the sun on my face. Got a real old man, he's my saving grace. Taught me how to fight, showed me the ropes. When the world's on fire, he's my last hope. Screw other dads, they're a joke. Mine's the real deal, he's not just smoke. In my corner, through thick and thin, heart of steel, he taught me how to win. Took me out to bars, let me drink his beer. Told me life is tough, but I have no fear. When the chips are down, he's never out. Screaming in my ear, that's what it's all about, yeah. Yeah, they call him a loser, but they just don't see. This is the man that raised me, set my spirit free. Every scar on his hands, it tells a story of life. He's the king of this world. He'll rule it with all of his might.
man. So that was just a little tribute to our dads, me and Dustin's. They are incredible human beings, and you guys are about to meet them. All right. So here we go, man. We're gonna dive right in. We got some insane questions for our dads, and you guys are about to learn maybe a crazy past that you relate with. Maybe a new thing you don't know about EWL might come out. But either way, man, enjoy the interview and, smoke a fatty, do a line, do whatever you gotta do. But just, this is gonna be a blast, man. It's gonna be a blast. I can't wait to see your guys' reaction. I'm about to call up Ed and Tim, my father and Dustin's father, and Dustin will be joining us for the interview. So you guys, again, enjoy the interview, and we have one more brand new release by EWL after the interview. So stick around, and I will play. I'm gonna play 2 songs from the chat as well. So stick around, man. And again, I think you guys are gonna really enjoy this interview. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So hopefully the dads are ready, because I'm about to call. So father and other father, hopefully you are ready. Dustin, hopefully you are ready. Audience, hopefully you are ready for the shit show that is about to succumb. And this is going to be a very raw interview. The dads do not know the questions. They have no idea what's going to happen. No fucking idea. So it's going to be fun. And that was also the first time they saw that video and heard that tune. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's rock and roll. Uh-oh. Hang on, I can't hear you. Oh, no. No, I can't hear anybody. Hang on. What is going on? All right. Yep. There's always at least one issue with the EWL show here. I'm working on the audio currently. The audio. You guys can probably hear me, but I cannot hear you currently, and that is on my end. So just give me 1 sec. I'm figuring it out. This always happens, dude. It goes great right before the fucking show, and then it's like, oh, this is giggles. So let's see here. All right. Yeah. Shit. Sorry, everybody in the chat. This is great. This is fantastic. Trying to figure this out. God bless it. And there
these boys are doing great.
All right, you fucking animals. I can hear all of you. We are going to get this shit started. Holy fuck! Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Are you on? Yeah, dude. I'm sorry, audience. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Check it out. Well, I gotta get this off of there. Giggles. Twinkle, twinkle, baby. Twinkle, twinkle. All right.
Twinkle, twinkle, baby.
We got Dustin Folk, I would say,
hello,
everythingist for EWL, the producer. Jesus H. Fuck, Ed. All right. Ed's got the guns, baby. Not only does he have a massive gun in his hands, it's a massive gun in the pants. Fantastic. And that'll bring me to Ed, actually. Ed is the father and dad of Dustin Lee Folk. And what an incredible individual he is. And we'll get into that. Dude. We'll tickle the prostate there, Ed. If you haven't gotten that checked, we're going to check it for you tonight. And then you have my father. Look at him over there in the jersey. He's sporting, the Bucks, Yeah, look at that. See, all that hair, it used to be having long hair. You saw it in the video, man. It was beautiful. It's all gone because of me. We'll get to that. Don't worry. But that is my dad, Tim Sr. Check him out. Booyah. All right.
Welcome, dads. All right.
Welcome, EWL dads. Man.
Everybody got on here. Everybody can hear. Everybody can talk.
Yeah. And I'm going to turn this up a little bit so they can hear.
I can do good. Can you hear?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry, there we go. Okay, so, yay.
Your dad's being kind of quiet right now.
Yeah.
I'm just taking it all in. Just take it.
You know, it's
I
yeah.
quiet long. I won't be quiet long.
All right. So we're gonna get right into it.
Got the big jug.
Yeah, cheers, everybody. I'm drinking on like 4 things over here. You know, I had to piss like at least 13 times during the show, so it's got to tell you something. That I'm dancing too hard, or I'm drinking too much, but you know, who cares? Anyway, cheers to all of you. Happy fucking Friday, man. We made it.
Friday, baby.
Oh, we fucking made it. I love it. I love it, man. The show is incredible. But we're gonna get into the first question. I'll jump in. I'll jump in first. There, Dustin. I'll jump in first.
Go for it, Tim.
All right, pops. Here we go. First off, what'd you think of the video?
I thought it was great, man. You had me in tears. What the fuck? You run a video just before the damn show.
Yes.
I'm crying. Oh, you know, what the bullshit. No, it was a great video, guys. That was really cool.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you. And, you know, what is one thing, you know, from your upbringing, one thing that was a big stopping point in life that you got over and were able to push through?
The one thing I was able to push through. Well, when I became a district manager, I would have to say, for a short time, they promoted me to that spot, you know, for that big position.
Yeah.
It screwed me up bad. It really did. But I got through it, did it for a year, and then we moved down to Florida and took a step down. Now I'm much more relaxed.
Yeah.
Drinking beer and relaxed.
Fuck yeah. And what about from your childhood? A childhood memory.
Yeah, many memories on that one. Many memories. My mom bought me one thought comes to mind, my senior prom.
Oh,
She
boy,
bought
here
me
we go.
a damn suit that looked like I was in a band. It had the pinstriping. Saved a few bucks, got it from Sears.
Oh,
You know, so I had to wait for my fucking suit. So I'm wearing
fucking
floods
hardware
to
store.
the prom, to my senior prom, you know. But that was definitely a memory that stuck. And then, of course, when I fired off the Roman candle at a girl in school,
Oh.
hit her right in the forehead. So when we had the reunion, you know, the class reunion,
Lovely.
she came up right to me. I thought she forgot about it. You know, it was years. And I'm like, Kathy, I just wanted to apologize for that time. Oh, she goes, yeah, you know, it didn't leave a mark, but it was okay. But yeah, there's a couple memories in there, but I can go on and on.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I love that. And what was your dad like? Sorry, this is all formed in like 3 questions into 1 question. Sorry, everybody.
What was my dad like? Well, yeah, he was.
Your first, you know, your father and then your dad. You know, because you had 2 in your life. You know, so which one, or not which one, but both of them. What were they like? Sorry.
Both very 2 different individuals. My dad, he lived a short time, but he passed when I was in, you know, what was that, about 8th grade. But very much serious, you know, definitely represented the Ukrainian side of our family.
Yep.
Everything was like number 1 or none, you know, pretty much. So, but he was a great guy, you know. He just very strict. And just had to follow the rules. My stepdad, he was the complete opposite. You know, kind of anything went. You know, I drank, did pretty much anything I wanted when I grew up. You know, he came in the picture when we were older, so he took on a big responsibility. He came in the picture when we were teenagers.
Oh, fuck,
you know,
that's a huge responsibility.
that's a lot to take on. So, but yeah, they're both very unique. You know, in that respect.
I love that. Thank you for a little picture into that, you know, into the childhood a little bit with the dads. Very, very cool. Very cool. Thank you, Pops.
Very awesome.
Yeah. You got me getting in my fucking feels over here.
Dude,
Dustin,
the tears are real tonight,
Yeah,
man. The tears are real.
we're gonna go
You
on
played that
emotional
video,
roller coaster.
and then I make it like 3/4 of the way through that video, and then I'm just like, the tears.
Well,
They
I
start
can
coming.
understand that. I can definitely understand it. You kind of shook me up. You know, I was prepared, and then now I'm fucked up. You know, so whatever comes out of my mouth.
You know, crazy thing I was telling Tori earlier that how I wrote that tune is I put up pictures of you, Dustin, as you know, pictures of him, you know, with his kids, and then his dad, Ed. I put that up there, and then I put up pictures of Vince. all up on my computer, you know, like that. And I looked at them and I said, okay. And then I just started writing lyrics. And I was like, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And I'm trying to paint a picture of both of you guys. And I saw Vince as a second dad. I really did. And he was taken too soon. But, you know, that's how I saw him, you know, and that's how I kind of wrote the tune. And, you know, that's so that I don't know if that's what strikes the feel or, you know, but it definitely got a lot of people on their feels. And I think it's just, maybe just be all the pictures of you guys because you guys are just handsome little fucks, man. Maybe that's it. But who knows? Who knows? But Dustin, go ahead and jump into your first question with your dad. Sorry for taking up a lot of time.
My beautiful father. So I am now raising a couple of boys of my own. You know, I've got some kids. Times are tough. Okay. So can you tell us about a time when you were raising the kids that you thought that you might not make it? Like, was there ever a thought where you were in like a time that you just didn't think you were going to be able to provide for the family anymore?
No, there's never no time that I thought I wouldn't be able to provide for you kids. Don't get me wrong. There was beyond some hard times. You know, I was raised by mom and dad, grandma Vera, Grandpa Bud, that taught me to be a man, provide, and stay strong. Now, we really didn't have hard times, but we had some extremely tough times. With you, when Lucas came and lived with us for a little bit, your oldest brother, that was some hard times. And
Because he was being a little shithead or what?
no, but that young man and you together, you two created some chaos for us. You know, you remember when I turned around and he got pissed off at mom, started calling her a few choice names, and I turned around and grabbed his keys and dropped them on his chest on the couch. He jumped up and he's going to whoop my ass. So I put him in a guy's trying headlock, dragged his ass out the back door, and threw him off the back porch. He ran to his truck, grabbed a tire iron. Bud, you got one choice. You better kill me on that first guy's trying to swing, or I'm going to beat the hell out of you. So he went and Harper's and he called the cops, and you, Miranda mom, told him what was all going on. So that was probably one of the hardest. Well, another hard time is, you remember when you was trying to stop him going out of the house with, he tried to go upstairs, get a shotgun to shoot the neighbor boy?
Oh yeah, I can remember that. Yeah, not a good time.
No, but you stopped him and he went outside with the pellet gun.
Yeah, in fact, the Macomb Police Department, I think they still have my goddamn gun.
They still do.
This is like a family
turn around
dinner.
And I get there, and because you and Miranda called me, and I get there, and shortly after I get there, Grandpa Bud shows up. It was Tim, Barney 5.
Barney 5. He was going to take us all to jail.
Barney 5. Turned around, and he had Luke slammed in the guy's darn backseat of the squad car. So, Tim, what in the going on? And he turned around and says, he's under arrest. Here comes your Grandpa Bud. Grandpa Bud's got one thing in his mind: get my grandson out of that guy's darn squad car. And turning around, I said, Dad, Tim came over to me and says, Ed, get him the hell out of here. I'm going to arrest you both. So, Tim, I can't tell him what the hell to do. Turned around, and we turned around, and I finally got Dad to leave. But, yeah.
Grandpa Bud's just trying to tell the cops what to do.
Yeah.
I love
McCoy's,
it, man.
McCoy's didn't back down from a whole lot of anything, trust me.
That's fucking A right, man. You know, that was kind of that was the Wallosians too, man. You know, it was you know, and I'm bringing it into a fun question. You know, that Dustin, that shit's hilarious. Wow. You These stories, is that like a typical night in the McCoy home? Is
In
just
Macomb?
like,
Yeah.
just
in
like,
Macomb,
just like
McCoy's,
Fight Club,
yeah.
Yeah, fucking A, right, yeah. I love it.
Yeah,
I love
always
it.
a new adventure.
Dysfunctional but a well-oiled machine. I love it. Fantastic. Pops, this next question, we're gonna get into some fun shit, You lived through a very fun time, the 80s, which is my favorite decade, of music and punk. I love 80s punk, I love the drive, but I also love, the chick bands like Journey, Foreigner, all those lovely, Bon Jovi, and, all those bands. Lovely. Chick bands. And I say chick bands.
Yeah.
I say chick bands because these are the guys that get up on stage, they're dressed in some crazy shit, and they get the most pussy. Somehow that's a thing. Somehow. And they boom. Lemmy from Motorhead, that fucker had he had a thing on his face that it also had a voice, and sang. So, but, he got the most, the prettiest women, and it was wild. But so, which brings me a question. Sorry, Ossifer, I'm not under the influence.
You can't get pussy if you're married, buddy.
That's correct, dude. That's correct. And I am not a chick band. Yeah, we get 40-year-old, 40 to 50-year-old punk rockers, dude, that are just there supporting the scene. That's kind of who we get. And then like high schoolers, because we usually keep it all ages, and it's fun. It's fun that way. Everyone gets included. But all right, Ed. All right, so Papa Tim. Look at that. All right, so what was the? Yeah, sorry. Whoa. Oh, yeah, sorry. I had to wake everybody up here. What was the first record, or let's just say album, EP, LP, whatever the fuck you listened to? The first thing that really you listened to front to back, and you thought, this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to hear. Like, this is what I want to hear in a band. This is amazing. And you couldn't find a fucking single thing wrong with it. What was that record? And how did you feel when you first listened to it?
Well, keep in mind, the time frame of all that. And like you mentioned, it was all about the 80s, all the chick bands, the long hair bands. So I'll tie it in with the first concert I went to was Van Halen. So David Lee Roth, man, that guy's picture, that poster was in every flipping chick's, that I dated on their wall. So I had to look at this fucker while, I'm doing my thing, But he was everywhere. But that was it was a women and children concert. And the album, I want to say it's Eruption, Running with the Devil, all that songs. You Really Got Me. That album was flawless. That was their first album. And they had copied a lot of songs, too. I found out later. The few songs on there were copied. But, yeah, that's the main band that really influenced me. Got my first J, smoked my first joint, and went with, a couple buddies. And it was and Ed, I didn't get high. You don't get high on your first joint, So I had to smoke a few more,
Yeah,
but
and you don't smell cocaine on the first try either. You just want to smell it to see what it smells like,
like,
You're not actually doing it.
Let me sniff it again. Hang on.
Yeah, and if I trip and fall into a pile and do 3, it happens. Accidents happen. Sorry, continue, Pops.
But that guy was, David Lee Roth with the X kicks and all that stuff, jump, tune, and he was unbelievable, And he's up on stage, a couple people threw a few joints up on stage, and he picks it up, and he's like, what the fuck is this? And everyone's like, yeah, they're yelling and stuff, and the cops surround the stage. They're all just looking at him. They're like, this guy, But, yeah, that was the main band. And, of course, I grew up with Rush. So you know all about that. Just that band's just unbelievable. The lyrics that they have are just kind of hard to understand. It's just they threw lyrics, but they're really intelligent guys. And of course we lost Neil. Not too long ago. The drummer, probably the best drummer in the world. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Hell yeah. I love that. Fucking Rush and Van Halen, that flexible fuck, man. That's true. He was jumping all over stage, between him, Nugent, Jagger, all those, frontmen that just don't stop fucking moving. They got the Chris Farley energy, and they're just running all over the stage. You know, it's the showmanship, you know? And then sometimes, you know, I feel like bands like Kiss, you know, go see them live, it's a great show. But if I'm listening to an album, I'm like, all right, okay, motherfucker,
Seems
you
a
said
little
that
lame.
about 13
Yeah.
times. Okay, all right. And then you listen to the album once, and you're like, all right, that was hard to get through. You know, but they're great live. You know, they got the pyro and shit. Everything's going nuts.
Right.
You know,
I'm dangling and shit. Gene Simmons, you know.
Yeah.
He's all about the coin, man. That guy is something else. I never did see him in concert, but like you said, the songs, you know, I want to rock and roll. It's fucking said like how many times during the song, you know?
Oh,
That's
shit,
the lyric.
so many.
lick it up. Lick it up. You know, the same fucking song. It's this. Oh my fuck, dude. And his long tongue, you know, that's about as all. You know, that's great, dude. But God.
That's entertaining for the chicks, you know.
But
So
to think where that tongue's been in so many different crevices and skin flaps. You know, this guy's fucked up. He's definitely licked multiple assholes. And you know this sweaty chick has been dancing to his lick it up. And he's about to lick it all up. Straight from the crack. You know, through the grundle muffin into the beef flaps. You know, dude, open the curtains. God damn, there you go, Gene. You fucking STD infested fuck. Anyway, go ahead, Dustin. I love the response, Pops. Great.
Dude, to go off of what you said, like, I bet did he light up one of those joints on stage?
he did.
He did? Like, so in a time back then, like, you could trust that probably from anyone in the audience.
Dude,
But
everybody's
these
doing
days,
blow.
I don't think you could trust anything that they threw on stage.
But that's the ride, bro.
Yeah. It's the ride. It might be the last ride too.
Fucking
You know what I mean?
make a memory, man. If I'm gonna die being a punk rock band, just jamming at my loudest. You know. Of course, be cautious if you see some fucking, and he throws you some, some
Dude.
blue shit. Then no,
How would
you're
you
not
know where
gonna-
it came from?
Yeah, dude.
There's a sea of people.
Oh, smell it, dude. If it smells like a fart, obviously it's from the
I'd
ditch.
do it.
And it's,
It'd probably be a Jeffrey these days.
I'm okay. I'm all right with that.
Pet the furry walls.
Yeah, dude. 100%, dude. Let the floor sink in.
Hey,
on the storm.
involved.
What about you, Dad? What was like the music that like you grew up with? Because I remember seeing some like Huey Lewis and the News record, I think.
I grew up with country. Turned around and, like I said, when I was 14 years old, I bought my first car for $125. Turned around and it had just nothing but an AM radio in it. And I want to say in 76, 77, maybe 78, they came in as adapter. You could do FM and turn around, and I started listening to country. And I can drive. I was a freshman in high school. I can drive back and forth at lunch hour to go to lunch. And I had people turn around and say, "Oh, switch that. Go, get on this, get on that." Hey, bud, this is my goddamn car. I love country. Country comes from the heart. Today, some of the country has turned from the heart, but there is some country that stays in the heart. That's why I keep telling you two boys, sing something that's from the heart, that means something from you two young men from the heart. Because your heart and your music that you two are singing, if you sing something from the heart that means something, you both will prevail in this world.
Heck yeah. Rebellion.
Oh, hell yes, dude. Hell yes. I love that response, man. I love
it.
that. And Ed, we're gonna I'm gonna ask questions later after Dustin gets through his, but we're gonna get into that.
Dude, I wrote down the most random stuff on note
hell
cards.
yeah, dude.
I don't fucking know.
Oh, dude, my list.
You think
is
I have
out
a
the
plan
window.
here, Tim?
It's out the window now, man. Mine as
Young
well.
man, I can tell stories about you, so you be careful.
Hey, go ahead.
Hell yes.
I'm proud of all my stories.
Memories, baby. And Pops,
Uh-huh.
so let's get into this. All right, so Drugs are very prevalent in the indie community. They're very prevalent at concert shows. Everywhere you go, there is somebody that has something that's fun, a chemical of some sort that'll take you on a ride. Whether it's acid, the Hulk pill,
Hulk pill.
Yeah, you haven't tried that one, have you? Yeah,
No.
it's a green bastard, man. That shit will make you see, God, Jesus, and the whole Bible all in one. Yeah, you want to take a ride, dude. Let's take a ride with the fucking 3 wise men. Follow that North Star, dude. That's where we're going. Anyway, sorry, we won't get into the green bastard. Drugs! Yay, drugs! The world is better with drugs. So, getting into that.
All right.
When was the first time that you tried, any substance? But don't tell me it's fucking alcohol. Don't do a cop-out answer. Oh, alcohol, it's a drug. Nicotine's a drug. Oh, I got into daddy's cigarettes. No, we're not doing that. When was the first time you tried a substance? Mother Nature's pubes, whatever you tried. What was it? And how did you feel the first time you did it? And describe that experience and that feeling in that moment.
Well, shit, I don't. That's a loaded question. Hopefully none of my family's watching. You know what I mean?
Fuck it.
And the wheels are spinning right now. Can you believe he's asking me this question?
That's
It's
right.
unbelievable.
That's right, dude.
Yeah.
Pucker up, baby!
Let me think how many times, I did this stuff. But, I'll tell you the one time, and then that was the main time. It was during my bachelor party. This guy had it all ready to go. Right on the, top of the toilet. Well, not on top of the toilet seat, but on the, above.
Yep.
On the rim up there. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes,
But,
I'm very familiar.
Yeah, the blow set up. So I'm getting serenaded by 2 women, on stage, stripped down to my underwear, and then in between the sets, I go into the bathroom. He had it all ready to go. So I did quite a bit that night, and that kept me going for the night. It was nice. It was a nice night.
Fantastic.
So yeah, I'm referring to the yayo. So
The
yeah.
yayo.
Yeah.
Cheeky,
You're talking about the mid '80s.
But like Dustin said, man, I would never touch that shit nowadays. I don't know what the hell it's cut with. Or
One
whatever.
pill will kill.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, it's a whole different ballgame. They talk about all the strands and all this shit. I don't know what's going on out there.
Young man, we grew up in a day and age that you can smoke a joint or snort cocaine or acid, and it was real shit. You didn't have to worry about dying. Today, we got to worry about dying.
Oh yeah.
And trust me, the real shit's still out there, my friend. Oh, it's still out there indeed. Yeah, no. That's but yeah, you are 100% correct. The shit that it's cut with today, gunpowder, fentanyl, heroin. You really don't know what it is cut with.
Fentanyl is the real bad one.
You don't know, bud.
It's scary. It's a scary thought. It's a gamble you play. But accidents happen. If I fall, like I said, and I just
Accidents don't happen with gosh darn fentanyl.
No,
that is pure
no.
fucking poison.
You don't do things with needles. No. That's not. And don't do drugs, kids. But accidents happen. And Dustin, your next question. Hop into it, brother.
I'm going to answer your question because the very first time I put something in my was in his bedroom.
Uh-oh.
That I found on a mirror.
Freedom! Take a ride!
True.
Uh-oh.
You knew that was good shit, dude. If he had it on, you knew that was fucking on.
I didn't dare put any in my nose, but I said, my brother said, just put a little bit on your finger and then put it on your tongue.
And it made you go numb.
It made me go numb.
And I want to clean. My whole bedroom's going to be spotless here in about 5 seconds. Watch. You want to see me do it again?
When I turned around, the first time I ever did anything was I was probably about 11 or 12 years old. And I smoked pot. And it gave me a headache from pure hell. And I didn't care for it ever since. But my farm buddies, just to the west of me, the Klein boys, they introduced me called Silk. And that's off of corn. The hair off corns, It's free. You roll that corn silk up in the guy's darn paper, and it will fuck your ass up for free.
Ed, that's the most fucking country ass fucking. You're rolling up corn. That is the most
Hey.
fucking. That is amazing. How resourceful. You MacGyver.
No. Corn silk it will fuck your ass. Now,
bad
Dustin
news,
Lee was
brother.
talking about
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, me
when I
either.
was
I'm gonna start rolling
probably
up
in my
corn.
upper 30s, 40s, Dust. Probably somewhere in that area.
I'm 40. I know that.
No, I was. I mean, when you found it, I was in my upper 30s.
Oh, I don't know.
30s
This was when I
proper.
was young, so
Yeah. He's like,
I
I'm
was
not gonna
probably
say
like
the age.
I was probably a preteen.
Back then, I loved Coke. I snorted, no problem. But then all of a sudden they went to cooking it and making crack, whatever you want to call that shit. And I didn't do that. We turned around. We had a couple parties in our house when the kids weren't there, or they were with their grandma. And hey, I don't smoke. The boys that we all make a deal at, it was in our house. They made a cut. This is Eddie's. And, like I said, I'd done acid when I was really young, but I have.
So that's why I went and stayed at grandma's all the time. So you guys could party?
Hell yeah! We can't have fun with the kids in the house. But turned around and but no, you just but hear about, and we'll say 2001 or 2021, 2022, marijuana came legal in New Mexico, which is only about 50 hell, ain't even 50 miles, probably about 25, 30 miles from us.
Bonsai.
We went up there camping, and we bought 2 grams of marijuana from a pharmacy.
Delicious Mary Jane.
We smoked it. Jan said, my wife, Jan, she turned around and says, well, you slept like a log. But, like I told Dustin Lee, if you two ever come to Texas, if you got a seed or a leaf in your vehicle, your ass is going to do 10 years in Texas. Period. 0 tolerance in Texas. That's why when we left Texas, we went to the trash can. I had a glass pipe, whatever. I smoked the pot in, and I threw away everything. We had everything in. There's 0 tolerance.
Damn.
What the fuck? And it's...
Well, it's gotta be a crazy feeling, right? Growing up in like a time where it's all like illegal and like you have to do back alley deals to like get stuff, but now you just like walk into a store like, yeah, I'll take that one.
Right.
But you got to remember something. The cops weren't looking for it. You can ask Tim's dad. The cops weren't looking for pot.
No.
They were looking for coke because it was very pretty much under the table. No one advertised what they were doing. It was under the table, and you did it in privacy, in the timber with the whole bunch of friends, whatever, at a bonfire, whatever. You kept it private, and that's the way we survived in our time period. We kept it private. We didn't make it public like it is right now.
Right. Yeah, you smell the shit everywhere now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
being polite.
You got
I'm 12 miles from the border.
But you gotta expect this, you guys, and I'll tell you this, and I'll tell you, fucking both of you guys have lived through this moment. there's a generation that is, the acid, the Deadheads, the Doors, there's that generation. Then there's the generation where blow was literally done on a diner table in front of everybody, and it was accepted. Okay, so now we got blow, yayo, coke, yay, yee-ah-oh, whatever you want to fucking call it. And then you had acid. But now let's fast forward to my generation, Dustin's generation. Mixture. Weed. That is a generational
I'm sorry,
thing
I had to
for
get a
us.
beer.
You're good. But that's a generational thing for us. That's our thing. And a lot of people, they don't accept it. And it's still a very, very weird thing to talk about because you care about people's opinions sometimes, man.
It's different, buddy.
Yeah.
It's different day and age.
It is. But
Not
when I
everyone's
that
grew up,
accepting.
you
though.
can fuck any girl on the goddamn street and not worry about getting in trouble. The older you got, you get AIDS.
Yeah.
You didn't have to worry about it or a rubber.
Freddie
Ask
Merck
your
got
dad.
the Merc.
He'll tell you the same thing. I didn't wear a rubber when I was a gosh darn teen.
Gosh, you're an animal.
That's why you got like 8 kids.
That head had no helmet.
Right.
Nope, there was nothing there. Jimmy was not on the whammy, baby. Oh my god.
Am I right, Tim? Am I right, Dad?
100% right, man. You gotta check.
Instead of judgment free, I should change this shit to STD free. Just to fucking holy fuck.
Oh my god. Okay, we're getting a little too gruesome. Okay,
Yeah,
we're getting a little too. Okay. I want to ask Tim Senior a question, kind of about Tim Junior here.
Oh dear. Oh shit.
Like, what would you say is like a very proud moment you had with Tim, like as he was growing up, like a fond, proud moment you had of him?
Oh boy.
I would have to say, well, let's go back in the beginning, how he was produced. I shot low. It was on New Year's Eve. I had to throw that out there, man. It was the best shot ever. It was the best shot, man. It was good.
Oh,
But
dear.
the proudest moment I had with Tim was, when he graduated from the National Guard. He did that. He went through all that shit, and he suffered, man. He screwed up his foot. He fucked up his lungs, all that shit. But he got through it and made very minor calls to me, so he was totally separate from me. And that just amazed me that he got through that whole thing. Because, nowadays, I feel that everybody should serve, at least a couple years. But,
Amen.
yeah, what's going on right now, yeah, I wouldn't, I don't want to go there. But the proud moment was when Tim, when he went through the National Guard. And he was very successful. He was a leader on that troop. That's it.
Yeah, the Army is just it's a different world, man. It really is. And Ed, he fucking knows it very, very well. Very, very well. Because, Ed, fucking, he's an animal. And as an 88 Mike, that people say, oh, it's just a truck driver. No. That's not what that is. Because that truck driver is what's bringing things into the war zone that are essential for soldiers. That truck is the one going across a very massive fucking desert on a 118 degree fucking day, taking fire. And during that time, there was not up armored vehicles. There wasn't, it was basically you rode a fucking school bus into town and you got lit the fuck up. There was no armor on that shit, and you were at Uncle Sam's mercy. Whatever he gave you is what you had to use. So what did fuckers like that? They got resourceful. They figured out, okay, I got this, and this, and I guess I better learn quick, and this is what I got to work with. And working in the Army, man, you meet some of the best people and you meet some of the worst. You really do. You meet some of the cocky fuckers that will get killed, 100%, and they do. And then you meet the guys that are the quietest, people in the room, but suddenly they're the ones carrying 2 fucking 150-pound soldiers on their fucking shoulders, and they're running out of the fight trying to save someone's life. So you never know, and you meet incredible people, but like I said, you also meet the worst people. You know.
Well, I'll tell you what, bud. Yeah, like you said, I was an 88 Mike. I was a heavy equipment semi operator. I've been every shithole fob in Iraq. I've been to Turkey. I've been to Syria. I've been
It's
to
amazing.
Kuwait. I've been all over the guys trying to place there. But I was in the combat medic. I was a combat medic because, turn around when I got certified
Oh
on
yeah,
it. But
you had to. But
yeah,
what
but
was your favorite
but
out of those?
your
Oh,
life
sorry.
was a different situation.
Yeah.
But you turned around and, like I said, I told you earlier when we spoke, I swore back. I served 80 through 86
That's the hard shit.
in the guards. Turned around and then got out because it went through some family situations. Came back and I swore back in August of 2004. Took me about 3.5 years to get sworn back in. November of '04, I got mobilized. And I got turned around and I got mobilized in Iraq. Turned around and they sent me to a couple, it's called Fort McClellan down in Georgia. I want to say Georgia. That may be wrong. But Fort McClellan. Went down there because they want to teach me how to drive a semi. I've already had my semi license.
Too easy.
Sergeant Major Cook looked at me and says, well, we turned in my license and our ID cards, and Master Sergeant Cook calls me up and says, you got class, you're CDL. Yeah. So why the hell are you here? Because my unit sent me here.
Yep.
Well, what ended up being the best thing for me? I'm in Fort McClellan in the south at 70, 80-degree temperature. Fort Dix had 2 foot of snow.
I hate
And
the
I'm
fucking
sitting
cold.
outside in shorts and a t-shirt. And I just said, thank you. So, like I said, it's just, like I said, I've been at Fort Bliss since '09, December of '09. I've seen these men and women has changed beyond. I mean, if we go any kind of war, we're fucked.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
I
That's
don't
not
mean
good to
to
hear.
make that bad.
Ed, I'm gonna
But
pull out my stress
we're
card,
fucked.
man. I'm gonna pull out my stress card. You're stressing me out, man. I'm gonna pull it out. All right.
But
Are you getting a
it
little
is. And we're fucked.
anxiety?
Because these young men and women, only thing they're joining up for is get free college.
That's it, man. There's
You
no
can't.
patriotism
You
anymore.
sign that dotted line when you swear in. That dotted line when you sign it, that's the signature on a check for your life.
Yep.
Period.
Yeah. And once you realize what situation you're in, it settles
It's
in
too
really,
late.
but it settles in really quick. And it settles in very fast. Because then you realize like either one, you're in it and something clicks and something switches in your head and you're like, all right, you motherfucker, you want to play? We'll play. And then there's the other switch where it's like, I'm not okay. And you either freeze or you run the other way. And there's two people, man. You get the fuck in.
You
get
ain't
the fuck
gonna run
out.
the other
That's
way,
it.
buddy.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to run.
You can't run fast enough,
You
right?
either get shot in the back or you get shot in the face. It's up to you. But or you fucking rely on your person to your right and the person to your left, and that's it. That's all you got. So fucking use it, and you better use it to save your fucking life because that's all you got. So but anyway, all right, we're getting a little deep here.
All right.
Ed, you're an animal.
I know. We got kind of in depth, but I'll tell you what. Like I said, we just gotta pray like we get someone in the White House that's got strength because we're in a world of shit.
Yeah, it's a dumpster fire. Yeah, and then you got certain people just throwing fuel into the fire. So And then you have people trying to put it out, and then those people are trying to put gasoline on those people trying to put out the fire. So
I'll never tell nobody. I'll never tell nobody who to vote for. But I'll tell you what, you got to vote for yourself, your family, and your country. You ain't got to take it in those three orders, but you got to vote for those three major things for every house code across the United States.
I think there really is a moral and standard. That there's you could say it doesn't even have to be a Christian moral or a Catholic moral, but there's a human being moral that just somehow got lost in the mixture of things, and I don't know what happened. It could be my generation, it could be the generation after me, whatever. But the fact of the matter is somehow it got twisted, and things went wrong, and unfortunately, it's up to our elders, hopefully that they're able to influence the younger generation, but it won't happen. So it's going to come to the matter, like you said, who's going to take office. That's what it's going to come down to, because that's what everybody's watching anyway, right? That's how they get their fucking news is TikTok, Google. That's the first thing they click on when it's at the top. They don't try to search for anything else. They don't try to fact check. They just go for it. They believe whatever they fucking can, and that's
Hey, see.
Yeah.
Hey, Senior Tim, what's your opinion about what we've been talking about?
I don't know if I want to get started on that. I might have. I could talk to you forever about that. I'm what's going on right now. It's just amazing that you as a vet looking in on all this stuff. We got to entice people just to get their ass in and vote. In general.
Amen.
It's we got a lot of work to be done. So we'll see what happens in November 5th. But I found out my way. It was like when Trump got in office, in 2016. He influenced me a great deal. But what's going on, what he's up against, I can't even tell you. I mean, it's amazing that there's any support at all. I just don't get it. But like Tim mentioned, you get all the news from the TikTok and all that shit. You just gotta know the facts, and it's really hard to find out the facts. They make it real difficult, Marketing does a great job. There's a lot vested on that other stuff. There's a big investment, and people want some ROI on that investment. They want a return on their investment. And that's the whole thing. It's all about greed and power. So, but whoever gets in there, it's going to be a big challenge for the next 4-year term.
Amen.
So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
We got to pray. We got to pray either way, I say, and like there's a lot of people that I've heard that are like, they have that mentality where they're like, well, my vote doesn't even matter, so I'm just not even going to go.
Oh, no, every vote counts, bud.
But you get so many with that mindset, and then we're losing out on an entire populace of people that aren't putting in that number,
right,
one way or another.
Where I'm at, Dustin, I'm in Florida, so I'm shielded for, I figure another couple of years. I got a maniac of a governor. I got DeSantis out here. So, I'm good.
You got Governor DeSantis, which is a hell of a governor.
Oh yeah. He's been, so like I said, I'm pretty shielded out here. You guys, I don't know what Iowa brings. I know it's a mix out there. But yeah, Florida is just totally user friendly. When I voted early, hell, I was at home. It was you could wear whatever the hell you want. As far as red, you know what I mean, and not have to worry about it. They're crazy people out here, They're all Southern, and they're just like, this is it, man. He's got to get in there, They're very strong people out here. There's a establishment that I go to, one of my accounts. It's called See the Table. I don't know if I could throw that out there, Tim. But this guy, if you walk in with a mask, so to speak, or something like that, the people, his customers, and they're just going to basically walk you right out, They're going to say, what the hell are you wearing that for, type deal. But Yeah, I
Yeah,
can talk.
here in Missouri, I mean, it's basically the same way in Missouri. Like one girl wore a mask at work last week, and people were just like, "What the heck? What is she doing? Why does she have this mask on?" Like,
Well,
okay,
the amazing thing is when they're riding a bike or they're in their car themselves, and they got a mask. You turn over and you're like, "What the fuck? This person's wearing a mask." You know, I mean, whatever. But yeah, we've been through a lot. You know, so I just hope for the
Amen.
best. Like you said, Dustin and Ed, you just gotta pray, man. That's the big time.
Hey,
Just
I'm from Texas, and I'm just as free as what you are is there in Florida. There's no two states that is more freedom that we are right here in Florida and Texas. We got two governors says F the government.
right. Yep.
You know, and you got to remember something. You know, your border is the ocean and the Gulf. My border is 12 miles away from me. I don't know how far you away from the guys throwing water, but it's
Oh, I'm
here
close.
in El Paso. It is pure blanking hell.
You,
I,
you got, it's all right. So
all right,
we
that's
got
Okay, switch you guys on channel,
holy
Tim.
fucking shit. God, you guys are getting deep. All right, you bleed red. I'll tell you that, and that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. But as far as all right. So the scary thing is, I'm gonna put it like this, so you can't hear my opinion. But the scary thing is that each party right now, it's a toss up. So
Right.
we'll just say that. And unfortunately, I hate the feeling that when I grew up, I was able to go to my neighbor's house, go on the right or left across the street. We would sit out on lawn chairs. We would enjoy each other's company. We'd hang out. We'd have block parties. All this shit. But then suddenly somebody comes along and says, no, you can't do that. And then suddenly somebody says, no, you can't trust that person. And no, don't trust that person. And no, their opinion is the better And then suddenly we became so fucking divided, man. And you will never fucking find that ever again. You will never be able to sit out and enjoy someone else's company. A random stranger at a fucking diner that you say excuse me to, and you're waiting to pay your fucking bill. You start up a conversation. No, that's not gonna happen. They're gonna be in their phone, and they're gonna ignore you while they try to wait to pay their fucking bill. That shit's gone. And it won't come back because unfortunately the people that are still flooding it are still there. They're still there, and they're gonna continue to flood it until they're out. So, but yeah, all right, jumping back. All right, we have a question from the chat, and this is for both dads, and we'll start with let's start with you, Dad, you Tim, Daddy Tim. All right, so this question is from No Forks. He says, when did you discover or first notice... All right, I'm just going to read it like this because I'm too fucked up. I'll read it from the screen. We want to know when the dads notice both of your musical talent. So No Forks asked, we want to know when the dads notice both of your musical talent. Tim Sr., starting with you.
Tim Senior, starting with me. Well, I noticed when you were, it was later, definitely later. I noticed, you got to remember, I left you, 12 years ago, 13 years ago. I came to Florida. But I would say, yeah. No, it's about 13.
Is it about 13, 14, yeah.
Yeah, but when you started getting into it, it was right when I want to say right when I left. So about 13 years ago. So that would put you at what are you 52 now? So that would put you at
right, yeah. But when did you first notice that I actually could play like guitar and things like that? Because I was busy as 17. I joined, and I went to boot camp and all that shit. So I was busy with that. But I found a lot through that and a lot of feeling through going through all that bullshit and writing stuff. But I also wrote music prior to that. And I was young. I was young when I first started because I was on Mom's Yamaha guitar in the fucking closet. But no, when did you first notice that you're like, oh shit, this fucker actually has talent. Or, you know, the first time you're like, oh fuck, that's some emotion, you know? What was the first time?
You always had talent. I mean, even when you were a little guy. I mean, you were like out there. You were the first one dancing with everybody in weddings and all that stuff. So it was within you. But when you actually physically started playing the guitar, yeah, you're right. It was that acoustic guitar of Mom's, and you threw all the stickers on there, and I just remember you because you were never, how do you say, you felt. You were always willing to play. You know, you weren't bashful at all playing, and then you started singing and everything else, and it was good. But yeah, you definitely started with that guitar. That's when I remember you starting and having the talent and what you're doing today. I mean, it's unbelievable how much you progressed, both you guys. I know you guys ran through a few guys, you know, younger people that you're trying to get, you know, lead guitar and another 2 guitars, you know, a couple vocalists, but it's a rough deal, you know. But you guys, I mean, between the 2 of you, and you guys improved like it's amazing. It really is. It's amazing.
Appreciate that. You know, it's because a lot of the our music is not accepted by the Wolosian family. You know, I'll say that for sure. You know, and you know, you notice the musical talent and everything like that, you know, but how do you feel about, you know, half of the fucking family kind of like disowning me a little bit because of, you know, the Freaky in the Brain, the EWL show, and the political music that, you know, EWL creates, though it's very one-sided and you could tell, but it's also a very judgment-free type, you know, music as well, so, like, you know, explain that a little bit, you know, how do you feel about that situation?
I disagree. You know, I disagree because they just really didn't give you a chance. You know, like you know, you're referring to Freaky in the Brain. Well, you know, your uncle, you know, he turned it on. The first line that you threw out there, you know, that was the deal. So the doctor's out. You know, from that first line from Freaky in the Brain. You know, your episode. But the rest of the family, they're just if they really haven't given it a chance, you know, whether they're not into it, they're not into the punk or whatever. But it's funny you asked that question, you know, what I think of the rest of the family, you know, it's pretty simple, Tim. They're a different way of thinking. They're more of a, how do you say? I don't know.
Alien?
I don't want to say proper, you know, shit.
Just be yourself.
Yeah, you got, yeah. They kind of cover up a lot of things, you know, and they represent, you know, you got a doctor in the family, you got people with major jobs. Maybe that's what's hindering them to, you know, even put a flipping like on your, you know, like me when I post some shit about, you know, political shit on Facebook, none of them compliment on that. They don't, because in fear of, you know, the way that today's world works is, you know, that all eyes are watching that stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
it tarnished your reputation.
Exactly. And what I'm doing today, what I said earlier, I'm thinking about it earlier. I'm just like, what the fuck, you know? I mean, you guys asked some pretty, you know, we're talking about weed, we're talking about blow, and, you know.
This is the EWL show, Pops. This is normal chatter.
It's no joke around here.
You're making me airtight right now, man. Both of you guys. You guys are just jumping on me like a fucking animals. But it's just, that's what my opinion is about the rest of the family. That's why they're not engaged. They're just worried about, you know, they still got a few years left of work. And, you know, for me, I really don't give a shit. I mean, I'm so far in. I plan on retiring at 62, hopefully. But that's where I'm at with the rest of the family. You know how the rest of the family is, to me. It's just the way it is. I mean, they don't have the open mind that we have, so to speak.
It's very, yeah. I agree to that, but you know, you could also agree that, you know, Tori and I are the kind of the delinquents of the and kind of like the black sheep of the family. You know, all right. Dustin, go ahead and jump in. I agree. I agree with your response though.
What about me, Dad? the question from the audience. What about me? When did you notice or anything about my musical talent?
Wow.
So people say.
How about gosh darn Harry's days? He was a young man, 8 to 12 years old, somewhere in that area, and you got on that gosh
Under
darn
10.
Harry's. Yeah, you got on that gosh darn stage, and you remember the song you sung?
Yeah, I still have the tape.
What was it?
You don't want to tell him?
Achy Breaky Heart?
Yes!
Oh my God.
Billy Ray Cyrus, baby.
And
You got-
then,
Oh,
I mean, his voice was just unbelievable, and his dream from that point on was to be a musician, to play. And then throughout his life, he taught himself how to play the drums, guitar, bass off the internet. Never took a lesson. He taught himself how to play. And so proud of this young man. He's just like Tim Sr. When your son makes that step into their dream and they're succeeding in, that just makes your heart warmer. I don't know if Tim Jr. has got younger siblings. You got younger siblings, Tim?
The youngest.
no, he's the youngest.
You're the youngest. Well, Dustin Lee has got a younger sister, Miranda. And that young man, multiple times, has stood up the bus stops and would stop someone picking on his little sister. And I'll defend my son. Any day, any week, you're right, I'm going to defend your ass.
Yeah.
Period. I don't care. He made a couple of mistakes when he's got in high school. We ain't going to mention that one. But at the
I made
bus
some
stop,
mistakes after that too. I mean, we don't have to talk about that either, right?
no, we ain't going to talk about that one.
That's all
But,
right.
at the bus stop, someone pushed Miranda, and Dustin knocked the boy on his ass. Well, Dustin turned around, got to school, and didn't want to give him a 3-day in-school suspension. Oh, whoa, wait the hell a minute. This sidewalk's not, if this is school property, why the hell ain't it scooped?
Yeah. Why is
Yeah,
no one watching these fucking kids?
Yeah,
dude, he went full CSI on him. Like,
Yeah,
hey, if this
you
is
wanna
school property,
punish my son, I'm not going to allow it. And so we went. I'm going to defend my son. He's defending his baby sister, and so like I said, I grew up with 3 older sisters, 1 younger brother. My little brother's kind of pain in my rumpus, but that's besides the guy's darn point.
Right.
But
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
I just like where you guys are at up to this point, man. I mean, you guys evolved, and it's just going to get better and better. You guys sound better and better,
yes,
It's getting somewhere.
You're just having fun with it. You know what I mean?
sing from the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's and Tori, my big little sister, pretty much. Any time, because I would get my ass kicked. I was a fat fuck. I was a little gumball. I ate a lot. And my dad tried to push me to exercise, and he tried to, he pushed me to these, different places, and tried to eat well. Say no to fucking Wendy's to a triple fucking cheeseburger, you fat fuck. No, so he tried. But and back then the doctors weren't like, you got to do this to feel better. They're like, Tim, you're gonna die. That's what they say. You're gonna die. And that was their diagnosis. You keep on eating like that, you're gonna get the fat fuck disease and you're gonna die. You know, and so. But anyway, he put me in positions to where I tried to, exercise and lose weight, but I would, rebel at every moment, every single moment. I would go hide in the shitter during football practice when everyone was taking the run, so while everyone was eating shit, I'd be like, yeah, man, I'm taking shit, sorry, I can't come out, man, something's happening in my, my rectum, sorry, but through all of it, Tori, I was a chubby kid and I got my ass kicked. So Tori,
You ever get ejected from a football game?
yeah, hockey, I've gotten ejected,
No,
multiple
I'm talking
times.
football.
Football, no, but hockey for sure.
I ejected once in football.
Fuck.
Oh, you did? For what, Ed?
We was playing Quincy, and I was playing opposite white guard, and this young man, colored gentleman, was knocking the living dog shit out of me every play. I go back on the sideline, and my dad says, "Cock your right arm and take his ass out." All right, so next play we go out there. I get on the guy starting offensive line. I cock my right arm, and I caught this boy underneath this guy's strong chin, and I laid him out like a butterfly.
Yeah.
Freezing up a
Went
little bit.
that way,
There we go.
and out the goddamn game I went.
Fucking A. Look at you little fucking misfit, you little delinquent.
Maniacs around.
All right, we're fucking. This is everyone's like, look at these dads, man. Oh my god, EWL dads, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tim Senior and Ed, fucking Dustin's dad on the bottom right and Tim on the bottom left. Next question. We're getting back into it. All right. So, Pops. There's mainstream music, there's mainstream bands, there's those big concerts and all that, you've been to all of them. But you've also been to some badass underground music bands. You've been to tribute, you've seen tribute bands that sound exactly like that mainstream band and they give that exact performance. But you've also seen those bands that no one has fucking heard of. And you supported them and you were screaming your head off just like I do at every fucking show. And I don't get it from, no, I am the loudest fucker in the room. Dustin can vouch for that. And I'll be sober as hell.
Depends on how much I've had to drink.
Oh, I'll be sober as hell and I'll be screaming my fucking head off like a psycho. But what's a couple underground bands that you saw that you were like, wow, these are badass?
Well, the main band that I can remember, okay, they were called Moonlight Drive, and they were a takeoff from the Doors. This fucking guy, it was at my college. You know this story too. So, this was great too. This guy really thought he was Morrison. He really thought he was. He's in the shower in my dorm, and he's like, "Hey, man." He looks over, he's like, "Hey, can you just give me something?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Just give me whatever you got." I'm like, "All right, I had shingles. I had fucking shingles, and the pills were Atarax, right? Little triangle pills. I don't know what the fuck, I'm like, yeah, here you go. So what he does, he takes the bottle, and he fucking dumps it in his mouth, right? And then a few other pill bottles during the course of the night before he gets on stage, right? And this is a college Catholic school that I went to, St. Joseph's, So he gets on stage that night, right? And he's playing in front of, priests, nuns, and, of course, the college people and stuff. But I'll tell you, the way they sounded, that band sounded exactly like the Doors. He's taking the microphone, he's shaking up the beer, and he's jacking off the microphone in front of the priests and the nuns. And he's up there, it's like, dun, 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 they sounded exactly like the Doors, man. But this guy rocked. He didn't look anything like Jim Morrison, nothing like him. But, and he gives a shout out to Noel Hall. He's like, "Hey, man," he goes, "I appreciate Noel Hall," whatever the fuck he's on. I mean, it was crazy, but it was the best band I ever saw. I mean, they played, but they never were invited back, obviously, from that. But yeah, it was cool. And then, this guy way back, I briefly remember this Henry Lee Summer. He was kind of like a country. Ed, you might know him. He was more like on the country rock side, but I remember him being real good. I went with the girls to that, but that was the main band that I remember. That Moonlight Drive. I'll never forget that night. It was a very they had all the what do you call it, the groupies in the dorm rooms. I'm like, what the hell is with this guy? Right across, and I'm the dorm governor of the hall. So I'm like, yeah, man, just take that room. And about 3 chicks go, they're all night, they're all in and out. And this fucking guy he was just wired. It's crazy.
Stamina of a fucking stallion.
All those shingle pills, dude.
Shingle pill. But you also, there is a legendary party that happened at that campus that almost got you thrown out of school. A legendary party that goes in the books that makes Animal House look kind of, it puts it to shame. Pops, can you explain that story a little bit? And then we're gonna jump into Dustin's next question.
All right, yeah. I had a toga party over there thrown in there, and you know how it was. I found out it was successful the next day. It was a 2-level dorm room, right? 2 floors. So every toilet was filled to the brim with puke and shit. They were all just hammered. And, there's people running around with their togas and all that stuff. And it was just a legendary party. It was a lot of fun. We had remember when you spike the punch type deal? We had barrels of that, Everclear and all that shit.
Oh, no.
It was crazy. But that's how
I'm getting heartburn thinking about the Everclear.
But it was a good time, but yeah, that was the legendary one. Good times.
I love it. Yeah, and
Hey.
that was a humble response, you guys. He doesn't want to get into detail because he knows interesting people are watching. So yeah, we won't get into yeah. Butt ass people running around.
Either one of you guys can answer this one. I'll shoot out a question. Either one of you guys can answer this one or both or whatever. So, you guys both have, a few years under your belts. You've been through a million experiences, but what's one thing that you want to experience or do, or like a place you want to go? Like, what's still one big thing you want to do before you're gone from this place?
Whoa. What I want to do, I want to go to Canada, Quebec, or Ontario. I don't want to go to Alaska because that fucking place is cold. I just got too much gosh darn steel in my body, titanium. I'm not going to Alaska, even though I love to go to Alaska to see the whales and everything coming up and out of the water. But I want to go to Canada. They claim that you go into Canada and you can go on the rivers and lakes and you can see down 30 feet, crystal clear. And I would love, but God bless me, if I ever win the lottery, I'm going to go to Canada. Fly me into a place that I'm 100 or 1,000 miles away from any neighbor.
Yeah.
I just want to turn around and see nature, fish, and just enjoy life. I mean, that would be a joy of my lifetime. The other joy I've got, I love to turn around and meet all my gosh darn great grandkids.
Yes.
I got 4 of them.
Blessed.
Never met none of them. I love to meet my great grandkids.
I gotta work on getting that teleportation, aspect and just port us down there to El Paso.
Well, no, you got my grandkids. I'm talking about great grandkids. I'm talking about Kay and Paige.
Oh yeah.
They are great grandkids. You got my grandkids. You got to remember something.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
13 grandkids and four great grandkids.
That's
The
right.
And-
four grandkids I haven't met none of them yet.
You hearing this, Tim?
Yeah,
I'm waiting
it,
for
it,
someone.
I
I'm
know.
waiting.
Yeah, Tim.
I know. All right, yeah. Well, trust me, it's coming. It's coming. You know.
Keep boinking, Tim.
Oh yeah, I know. You know, isn't that funny? Is like when people are asked, "Oh, you're trying for kids," and you're like, "Yeah," and that just pretty much saying like, "Yeah, we're fucking a lot more, and we're loving it." You know, it's great.
I'm 1,300 miles away from Macomb.
Yeah,
Whew.
that's too far. You know, R and
Long
D, R&D, and multiple other people are shouting out, you know, Canada, saying the same exact thing that you're saying, Ed. It's a beautiful fucking place, and that's a place they either have been or they want to go. You know, so it's yeah. You know, that was a good fucking question. You know, I like that. Very, very good. And Pops, what was your first when I joined the army and things like that, and I came home because you were not okay with it. You know, you were, you know, pretty much, you were very against it, especially at, you know, I think I was like 16 and a half or some shit like that, or I was 17. I said, I want to go in. I want to do this. This is what I want to do. Mom said, you know, cool, man, how many papers do you need me to sign? You know, yeah, you need me to sign, you know, the next 100 pages, I got you. Let's do it. Because she has the background in the army, and she totally believes that, you know, everybody fucking serve. You know, that's her motto type thing. So, what was your first emotion when I told you I was going to join the army?
I was real nervous, you know, with that. You know, you're going in as a little chub. You're going, you know, you're a tall kid. And I still have that picture, you know, where you're raised, you got this, you're doing this, and you're just, you know, you look like there was a million things going on in your mind. But I'll tell you what happened. When you came out of there, you were slim. When you graduated, man, I mean, you grew up overnight. It was amazing. So, you know, maybe in the beginning I disagreed with it, but when you came back, man, you came back lean, and you were a mean little fuck. I mean, you were ready to scrap with anyone. Whereas before, you know, before you went in there, you were questioning everything. But you came out of there a stronger person, a better person, and you got what you wanted, and you kept it. You maintained it from the army. You maintained your health, and you just worked on, you know, you've been working on yourself forever. It's been good.
It's I'll tell you one thing, man. You know, being sent away for so long, because as a family, you know, we're not like the rest of the family. We really aren't. You know, you're taking a shit and it's a family meeting. We're all in there, including the fucking pets at the house. You know, he just wants some fucking privacy. You know, so he can have a decent dump. You know, a decent bowel movement. But it's like a family meeting. We're all in there. We're talking about our day. And we're just that was normal, you know, and we hung out every single day. But then being, you know, that separation, you know, you really realize, and you know, Ed, you know this very well, whether you're, you know, deployed or not, that separation from your family, that time away, that feeling of loneliness, you know, knowing that, you know, you don't really have anybody, to be honest. You can go through training with a guy and you can become brothers, right? You really can. But to be honest with you, those relationships can stop at the drop of a hat. And, you know, because you took something of his by accident, and, you know, whatever. But it drops, and that's it. You know, and so, yeah, I don't know. It was the separation and things like that really kind of got to me, and it still does, you know, because you guys are out in fucking Florida and shit. But
Yeah, those letters got to me when I received those, and I read those in depth, and you know, I just felt what you were going through when you're out there. We fucked up. We sent like cookies or some shit. That was a mistake, man. You know, they got a hold of those, and you paid. You know, mom sent, oh yeah, let's send a little care package, you know, and then you're getting fucked on the other end, you know. So, but I just remember that, you know, those letters, and they were very, you know, I could feel your pain, and then, you know, they didn't give you the proper shoes and all this shit, and you know, he ended up being a flipping leader, a sergeant in there. You know, you led the pack. You led the team. Expand on it. I mean,
expand on that.
That
on
care,
that, Jimmy.
that care package means a hell of a lot for a soldier in theater. Trust me.
Oh yeah, it does. It
Yeah.
does.
I remember, Dad. I remember sending you non-alcohol. Was it beer or non-alcoholic beer inside of a Pringles can over there?
You do what you have to do, man. I was rebellious as shit. When I joined the army, I was a little fucking prick. I was a fucking partier nonstop. And I was a smart kid, I really was, but I burned so many fucking brain cells and did so much shit up my nose that I never concentrated. I never did. And if I would have just applied myself, I could have done a lot better. But joining the army, it was the same thing. These fucking, you got this little fuck, he's a drill sergeant. He's screaming at you, and you could just punch him right in the fucking face, and he's done. But you just gotta eat this shit, and he is tearing your fucking life apart. You got people saying, "Man, I didn't join the army because I beat the fuck out of one of them." No, I couldn't do it. No, motherfucker, you would get your ass whooped. It's the other way around. And I was rebellious, and a story from there is. One is, everyone, and this is the only reason why, people got their phones multiple times, Dad, but I only called you once. And there's a reason for that, and it's because of this. Instead of anybody, at first platoon, you have 4 platoons at a boot camp. Your first platoon, they were good. Second platoon, great. Third platoon, awesome. Then you have 4th platoon. And our motto was, we're dumb, but we're strong. That because we would fuck up so much. And do so much shit that we would get smoked non-stop. And smoked meaning we would just do push-ups till we fucking puke. And but fast forwarding, first platoon always got their phones every fucking week. They got it a weekend, yada yada yada, and phones meaning you get a pay phone to call home. You don't even get you don't really have a cell phone. You don't have the flip phones. You don't have that shit. You have a pay phone. But instead of our first phone call, which is about 4 weeks in, instead of calling home, I decided to call Papa John's, a pizza place on post. And instead of, calling and, saying, "Mom, Dad, I love you, I miss you." No, I didn't do that. I called Papa John, and I ordered 60 pizzas under a first platoon private's name. And I said, "Hey, we're at this company. This is my name." I knew this little fuck's first name, last name. I could have told you his goddamn rifle number because he lost it so much. And we fucking did so many push-ups. Anyway, but 10, it's 10 p.m. It's way past, lights out. It's nighttime. Drill sergeant, knock, knock, knock on the gate. Hey, we have an order, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And it's late, we went to bed at 2100, so he comes in and he says, "Hey, yeah, I got an order for this so and so, under this name," and he's like, "What?" So the drill sergeant eats the bill. He has to pay with his credit card. And he's got 60 fucking pizzas sitting in his goddamn office. And not only that, he had to unload them with the fucking pizza guys. So you already know at this motherfucker's steaming. And so first platoon is, they're right below us in the barracks. And then we're right up top. And we're right up top. And then so I hear, "Get the fuck up!" And I'm laying there and I'm laughing my ass off. And everybody else is sitting there like, "Oh shit. Oh fuck, oh fuck," and I hear, "Get the fuck up," and he's whipping the trash can. I can hear him flipping bunks and shit, and he's smoking the shit out of them for a good 30 to 40 minutes, nonstop. And then he comes up and he says, "Get up!" to our floor, "Get the fuck up!" And he says, "Who did it?" And we're all towing the line, and we're like this. We're like that, and he's like, "Who the fuck did it?" One of you motherfucker, did it. And he's like, "I'm gonna smoke the shit out of you." He says, "Half right." And right when he says that, I'm like, "All right, I did it." It was me. So he's like, "Get the fuck downstairs." So I run downstairs, and then he puts me in front of this camera, and he's watching on the computer inside. He says, "Get the fuck down." So I'm in the push-up position. He says, "Stay there till I get tired." Goes inside, closes the door, comes out about 30 minutes later. I'm like, "Oh fuck," but I was strong at this point, man. It's 6 weeks, I'm fucking strong. And he says, "Get up. Was it worth it?" And I scream, and it's nighttime, and you have the barracks. It's loud. It echoes. Yes, it was, drill sergeant. And he says, get the fuck back down. Goes back inside. Comes back out another 30 minutes later. I'm watching on my watch. And at this point, I'm really shit. This is an hour being in this position. I'm like on a roller coaster, man. I'm like, holy fuck. And I'm throwing up at this point. You know, I'm fucked up. And I'm dehydrated, all this other shit. I mean, this is Fort Jackson, South Carolina. It's hot as fuck. July? Fucking A. But then he comes back out. He says, get up. And I scream back in his face. And then, you know, fast forward, he does it one more time. Hour and a half goes by. At this point, I'm falling down in my puke. You know, the sun is coming up. And he comes back out. He says, get up, you know, well, Private, get up, Elosion, get up. And he says, Private, was it worth it, you know, was it worth it? And I screamed, you know, with the fear of God, and I screamed back in his face, and my spit coming out all over him, yes, it was. And he looks back at me, he's like, you are the most fucking, you know, I've been doing this for 15 years, soldier, and you know, you are the most difficult fucking soul, you know, private I ever had to deal with, you know. And I never let him break me, dude. I never did. You know, you give me a task, you know, I always offered myself for the job that no one else wanted to do. I didn't do it for an award. I didn't do it to get noticed. I did it for the good of the group. You know, I'm not a
signs of a great leader, man.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't force someone else to do something that you wouldn't do yourself, right? I mean, that's the fact of the matter is. You know, an officer running into battle is a lot better than one running away. You know, you're gonna follow one that's running into the fight rather than one running away. But you know, to be honest, Ed, they're actually in a tent on the fob. So let's be real. You know, they're not really out and about. But yeah,
A leader leads.
Yeah.
A soldier follows.
Cool
So
story.
you gotta lead it. And that's what you did, young man. I'm very proud of you.
you have to, man. It's a different world. It's like doing time.
Hey, you ain't telling me nothing I don't know.
It's like doing time.
You only got it, what, 4 to 6 years? I got 21 and a half years in the military.
Yeah. You know, and in that, like I said, in those years, I met the shittiest people and I met the best people. And, you know, I met people that run in and I met people that just turn into
All
a
over
fetal
this
position.
world.
It's
I
a
know
different
one
feeling,
person
dude.
you met that you'll never forget.
Get shot at, man. Different. Yeah. Welcome to the jungle.
You'll never what? I met people from Hawaii, Alaska, all the way to New York City to Florida. I've met a lot of soldiers all around this world. I was an armor. I took care of military weapons. So I met hundreds, if not thousands of units that came through Fort Bliss that I took their weapons. And it is, you just turned around, but if you give a soldier respect, you get it back.
That is correct.
But on the same situation, you'll get some NCOs or some younger younger officers turn around that don't want to give respect. And with me being the armor of the arms room, I would adjust them real quick. Sir, you better stand down. All due respect, this is my arms room.
Exactly.
I will turn around and run my arms room by HHC. And if you don't like it, go down to the commander and talk to them. I will not be disrespected in my arms room. And if you don't like it, take your weapon and go.
Yeah.
I will not be respected in my arms room. And what was great, my commander, my colonel from the battalion, and my command sergeant major backed me up. I will not turn around and be disrespected because I did what they asked me to do.
Exactly. You know, and it's those same fucks that are acting like that are the ones that, you know, get people fucking killed. It's the same assholes.
You ain't no
that
shit
put
on
in,
that.
Yeah, same assholes that put in the wrong coordinates to blow up you know. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's those guys that don't actually fucking dig into it and actually pay attention.
Lieutenants are the worst ones that there is.
Oh, the butterbards, dude. They're the worst.
Yes.
You know, it's fucked up. You know, you can't even plot your fucking. Yeah. You can't spell lost without LT. Just saying that, you know.
I graduated, gosh darn, West Point. Okay, what gives you the fuck to tell us what the fuck to do?
Yeah, exactly. That just means you have a bigger rod up your ass, dude. That's all that means.
Right.
You know, congrats. Yada yada. You know, you fucking banged somebody to get into West Point. Congrats. You know, and then but you do have really smart officers that go to West Point. Whatever. You know,
There is.
There is. But all right, pops. All right, we're jumping back in. Okay. All right. So this question is because we're winding down a little bit to our last few questions here. Okay, because we're gonna get into a little bit deeper. So as far as music goes, all right. Did you ever play an instrument, or was it always that you enjoyed music more than playing it? And what was the best mainstream concert that that you've been to? Because you elaborated on Van Halen. You and I saw Rush. That was great. You know, but before Mr. Neil passed away. But other than Rush, and fucking Van Halen, what other band did you fall in love with that you've seen live that you were like, whoa? And you weren't fucked up. You were just, you're like, wow, this is just actually really fucking good, and they sound like the album. And if you say Greta Van Fleet, I'm gonna punch myself in the fucking face. All right, so, go ahead.
No, I'm looking at. I would have to say Def Leppard. I mean, they're pretty
One-armed
decent.
man.
Exactly.
Man.
It's probably the most strictest band I've ever seen. They play the exact same way they played. Shit. 40 years later, that's the way the guy. When I saw them recently, I mean, these guys, and they look pretty similar the way they look. The lead singer, he gained a few pounds, but man, and they rotate around the stage like systematically. It's amazing. If you ever went to see a Def Leppard concert, it's the exact same concert all the time. So they rotate around the whole stage, in intervals of like maybe 10 minutes.
Okay.
And they roll around, so you can see all the band members.
Oh, that's cool, man.
In the back, yeah, it's very cool. And then of course that one guy lost his arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably that's the main band that comes to mind. Def Leppard. That sounds really close to their album.
Hell yeah. That's a great fucking response. Dustin, what's your question, man? What do you got?
Well, I would like to know, with all your guys' experience, what's the secret to keeping a woman happy?
Oh, shit. Oh, that's
Make sure you know how to say yes, dear, in the right tone at the right time.
That's a good answer. What about you, Pops?
Wait, what did you say? Hit her at the right time, the right tone.
So you got to be able to say yes, dear, at the right time, at the right tone. If you say it the wrong time and wrong tone, your ass is the world of shit.
Well, I've been married 31 years now, and yeah, it goes a little bit beyond. I mean, you got the phases, as you know, Ed. And with my wife, your mom, Timmy. I mean, it's she's pretty lenient. She's a unique mom and a wife. So whatever I say to her kind of bounces. She's got that hard skin, army mentality. She's been through it all. She's a survivor, and she don't. Basically, if she doesn't like something I say, she'll take care of it.
Yeah.
There's times I told you this story, where I went out with the neighbor. The one night I went gambling. Went to the boat.
Uh-oh.
In Illinois, and I don't know if I told you guys this story before, but I showed up later, and she's, I'm knocking on the door. There's no answer. I'm like, come on, Andrea, let me in. Well, she finally lets me in, and the neighbor, she's like, oh, she's laughing and shit, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sorry I was late, and she's like, oh yeah, you're sorry, huh? It's like, you know what? yeah, come on in. So, needless to say, later on at night, I was kind of looking over my shoulder because she grabbed a butcher knife, just to kind of put that in my head before I laid my head down on the pillow. So I had something to think about. And then I leaned over, I turned my head on the bed, and then I went back and I looked over my shoulder. I rolled over again, and then she smiled because she knew what the hell I was doing. I was
no.
worried I was gonna fucking put that knife right in my head.
But one thing I could respect,
Mom
though.
holds her own.
Yeah. But one thing I can respect, though, is no matter how bad, like, the fight got, like, growing up, because, you could say a kid is shielded from, parents fighting, and parents do try to shield it. They do. They do their best. And, my mom, she would, I've seen her launch my dad, I've seen it. But no matter what, my father, he would never lay his hands on her. He would never do that. Never. She would throw a fucking frying pan at him, but he would never lay his hands on her. He would never do it. And, that's something huge to respect, because these days you got fucking just the animals, are the worst, they really are. We won't get into that. And you always resolved it. It was always resolved. Whether it took a few days, but it got resolved, some way or another. It always did. So, if that's the secret is, just trying to solve those problems as best you can and finding a common ground, I guess, that'll keep you going for a relationship. I mean, fuck.
Oh, it lasted 31 years, so I'm good to go, man.
Hell yeah.
It's still going. I don't anticipate any hiccups, in the next 20 years. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm on 7 now. Shout out my wife Judy.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, Dustin, you're just skimming the surface, man.
I'm on 1.
I know, but got to start somewhere, right?
I don't know. There isn't really any secret. I really think it's more or less on your relationship, and I think it's communication. To be honest, because if you're both fucking lost in the sauce, man, then it's just gonna be a fucked up mess of nowhere. And if you don't have the same goals, then you're both going towards opposite ends of the spectrum, and you're never gonna meet in the middle, and you're never gonna work towards the same thing. So you're never gonna find that feeling of actual teamwork. Hallie, she's the smartest fucking woman I've ever met. How I bagged her is a whole nother story. I had abs back then, man. I was able to fucking woo women. I was able to do it. But she didn't fall in love with me for that, man. But she's the smartest woman. The only thing I felt is that communication and just coming to that common ground. That's the only thing you can do, because you both are gonna disagree about shit. Raising a kid, I know we're gonna fucking butt heads like a motherfucker. Raising a kid, but that's all right. And we'll figure it out. You learn from mistakes, and you got to make mistakes to learn from them at least. But pops. Being my dad, and then we're gonna get into the last couple questions here. We're winding down. So, I started this show. So today is the 49th EWL show, Indie Review show, the 49th. So that's a lot. That is a lot, So, being that I've been doing this for a while, and you've been supporting this since the first fucking show, since I sent it to you, you've been watching nonstop. I had a zip-tied microphone, pointed at me, and I had a getified camera. And Dustin, same thing, was always in the fucking chat. And then Ed came along, and he subscribed to the page, and he just went for it, So, but now I have a fucking army. Now it's indie community, and I'm doing Punk in the Corn. I'm doing some fucking really psychotic things that no one has done before. I'm not hiring a fancy events coordinator to do all my work for me. I'm contacting businesses personally and asking things, and I'm doing everything. I'm the grunt. I'm going to run and do it myself, because that's the only way I know it's going to get done right. And I'm going to do it myself, because I'm a fucking OCD fuck. So being that I got this army standing behind me, all these indie artists and stuff, and they're supporting me and all that. How do you feel up to this point, especially with how open I am on camera now? Because obviously, I'm doing this shit You know, I don't have a co-host telling me, hey man, fucking don't say that shit. What the hell? I get pretty crazy on camera sometimes. I talk about suicide like I did earlier. You know, that story that rings home for a lot of people, especially soldiers. You know, it hits hard. You know, and reading back at that email and then he tells me his fucking wife's pregnant is incredible. But, you know, things like that happen. You know, for some people it's a silly show, and for other people it's therapy. You know, so how do you feel about me kind of being the front man of this scene, you know, and kind of pushing every single artist, not just punk, but every artist, you know, to be better, and I'm trying to be the most positive fuck I could possibly be, you know, so how do you feel about that? You know, me not holding back any longer, you know, on camera.
You directing that question to me?
Yeah, you. Faja!
Yeah, I mean, Faja. No, I can see the confidence growing every show. Like I said, you've come a long way. Absolutely, do not hold anything back. I mean, that's what makes the show great. You're just real. You say it how it is, and you don't hold back on anything. You know, that's the best way to roll. And you're only gonna go up from here. It's just gonna keep growing and growing and growing. And you know, you're throwing this big event together. I mean, that's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit to handle, and you're taking it upon yourself. It goes to a good cause, and you guys just get better playing your music. And I learn about more bands. I mean, it's fantastic. Bands that never would be heard. There's a ton of them out there. I'm sure that they just want to be heard. And some of the music you've been playing currently, there's some kick-ass bands, man. And they really rock. So yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, and you're just gonna be more and more successful.
Yeah, and I feel that when you lie, you get wrapped up in a lie. I lied to Dustin, and he caught my ass like that. You know, you don't do that. And that was like the first time I told him a lie, and he said, "Hey, motherfucker," you know, and I didn't hide it. I came right out and said, "Yeah, I did that. I'm sorry. I that was me." But then I learned from that, and that was the first time I tested that theory, and then I wrapped my head around it. I'm like, if you start lying to everybody in this community, everybody that's watching, you get wrapped up in it. And if you just don't do it, and you just be real, then you don't really have to cover your mistakes because you're being you, and you're being real. If I'm gonna be vulnerable on camera in front of 1,000+ people, then that's what's gonna happen. It's in the moment, it's raw, and that's why people watch the show. Like you said, it's there's nobody else out there that's doing it. Who the fuck interviews their dads on camera and asks them the questions that we've been going through tonight? I mean, it's incredible. But the people watching right now, and it's been a consistent, a decent amount. People are they're absolutely fascinated with what you're saying. That's why we're continuing.
Yeah, man.
That's why we're continuing this shit. A little bit longer. Than hopefully you guys are still awake over there, not too fucked up. Because we still have a few more questions. And Dustin, Dad, great.
I ain't got too many more questions, man.
Great
Holy
response.
shit. But yeah, I keep the lies to the liars, man. Be the most truthful person you can be. Like, why lie? Like, what? And I have no hard feelings against anything. But I know Tim's one of the most truthful people I know, and he's been a fucking brother to me ever since I met him. But you're not gonna get anywhere in life fucking making up anything. Be the most truthful, genuine person you can be. And that's what makes this show fucking amazing, man, is you're just out there fucking screaming into the mic, giving it all you've fucking got every fucking week, man. And people see it. And, the great music that you play probably helps. But.
Oh, dude, every fucking band. And I give everyone a chance, dude. Even if you're like farting into the mic, man, I'll throw your shit up there because I do like, let's play some songs from the chat and shit. And I don't scream
You got a few
that.
wild ones in the
Yeah,
chat.
I don't scream that shit. This is like, and then I get an email after the show, Tim, dude, 50 people were watching, and that was the first time a radio has ever played my song. That's the first time I was ever heard by that many. I have 0 monthly listeners on all of my social media. I have 2
Not
followers.
anymore.
You know, and you threw my name up there, and you were dancing to my shit like I've never seen anyone do that in my life. And whether it's 1 listener or 50, I have the energy of, you know, like fucking 20 midget armies on cocaine. You know, I will bring it. I will bring Stern mixed with Farley, mixed with Belushi, and I will say the most offensive shit that you could possibly say on camera. And I will not apologize for any of it. You know, if I offend you, you could fucking swipe up. It's very simple. But people don't. And I really do wonder why.
That's what draws them in, man.
Oh, I
because
wonder
you
why.
you say shit that people are either afraid to say or they don't want to say. They don't have the balls to say. So they see you say it and they're like, "Yes, this is our king."
Yeah, I mean it's a weird feeling, man, because there's this other radio show, you know, OTAT, you know, and I shout him all the time. You hear him all the time on there. And Ed, you've seen the show too. You hear me screaming that shit into the mic as well. And they're a radio show that I feel, you know, I bring the vulgarness, the realness. I'm 100% transparent. You know, I shit on some people. And funny enough is those people send me back their opinion, and then suddenly we talk for 2 hours and we're friends. And now we're best friends. That's it. Give me 5 minutes in a room with you, and it'll be like we've known each other for years. I promise you. I promise you. If you just give it a chance, I may be the loudest fucker in the room, but there's a reason for it. That's because, you know, if you don't have anybody there to support you, I'm gonna sound like 20 people are supporting you. You know, and it'll be dead quiet in a room. Dustin, you've heard me do this.
Hey, guys.
In the background. Yeah.
Crazy.
Hey guys, I gotta go, so
Oh.
I gotta take care of a pup right now. So
all right.
I'll see you guys later. Love you.
Hey,
Great show.
love you, Dad.
Love
Thanks for
being
coming.
with you.
Hell
Love
yeah,
y'all.
have a good one.
Take care, Ed. Nice meeting you.
Hell yeah. But it's
Cool.
a
Get my
different
big
feeling,
head
man.
off of here.
It really is, you know, and so I'm gonna fire a couple more questions at both of you now, because now it's just the 3 of us, and I'm gonna keep this shit going.
Dude,
just
I
a
gotta
little bit
piss like
longer.
hell, dude.
That's all right. A couple more
I'm gonna
questions.
piss my fucking pants.
Do it. Pop a Foley in, dude.
Just go, man.
Just catheterize.
All right, no time to pee, man. Catheterize yourself. Do what you got to do.
Being dads in this day and age is a fucking horrifying thing. And me trying to have kids with Hallie is actually a really scary thing. You know, it's not scary that, you know, to the fact that, you know, I don't love her, and, you know, we can't make it an amazing kid, and it'll, you know, be an amazing kid. That's not it. It's the world we live in.
Yeah.
It's the weirdos.
You're gonna have that fear, man. Like, you've got to bring a brand new individual being into this,
Yeah.
like, reality.
How do you overcome
Like,
that?
and I haven't. I just try and do my best every fucking day, man, to make sure that they're shielded from evil, and that they're not hungry, and that they have a place to live, and that they have me here to fucking love on them. Like, that's past that, it's gravy, baby.
It's the best you can do. What about you, Pops?
No, yeah, that's the way to go, man. I mean, I don't want you to prevent having them because you know, you're afraid to bring them in this world. You know, it's just, it is what it is, man. You could do it. You know, you're raised with some pretty good principles, so, and I'll have your back too as well. You know, I'm not working forever. I'll tell you that right now. I can't wait to fucking retire.
If I get more people on this fucking show going, man, it's already breaking the ground, you know? It's already going for it, you know? And Dustin, his most recent tune, Addict, is, that shit is a deep tune. And that's the song I'll be playing after this show, or after this interview, you know? And, it's just a wild tune, you know, he sent it to me. And Dustin, you know, riding that train, and Pops, especially you know, as well. You've been hit with some different medical things, as far as while you've gotten older, and you've seen kind of the reaction to partying, throughout life, and living life to the fullest. Pretty much, that's it. You live every moment. But question to both of you, how do you kind of get through that? How do you overcome that kind of addiction to be able to be with your families and be able to sit and actually be present? How do you overcome that?
Dude, for me, I just, I just take a little puff off the pipe, dude, and I could handle anything. But
Yeah.
sorry to be like a stoner dad,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, I mean, with all the fucking struggles and strife of life, man, I don't want that weighing on me while I'm spending time with my kids. So if I can take a little hit of something and clear my mind before I go and have to do love and attention and things like that, like, yeah, I do struggle with addiction pretty heavily with alcohol, but, well, not with alcohol and cigarettes and blah, da, 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 but what, anyway, uh, being with them alone, like, makes me not think about the addictions, if that makes sense. Like, if I could spend every waking moment right by their side, it would probably clear me up of a lot of things, man. But with the way that the world is, and going and having to deal with work, which is, I mean, you already said, you're like, I can't fucking wait to retire, because work is just, I don't know, you got to work to live, but sometimes work makes it feel like you don't have a life.
That's right, man. It's true.
It's pretty much what Dustin said. It's, for me, the pressure is totally off. I'm just waiting. I'm in the background waiting for you guys to see which direction you're gonna head, and I'm hoping. I'm praying and I'm hoping, because yeah, there will be a day I'm fully available. I'll be retired. That's whether I can or I can't. I am retired at 62. I'll probably still work. But I'll be more available at that age. And then I just got to get, I had some great news today, as you know, Tim. And that just sparked my, this morning when I got that news.
Yeah, prayers were answered on that, man. I'll tell you that.
It gave me a lift beyond belief. So I'm good to go, but I definitely got to work on, the life changes and stuff so I could be around for you guys. But, yeah, I'm totally looking forward to it. I don't think of it as a stressor at all. I'll just be out there, and I'll be wherever the hell you're at. In your case, Iowa. I'll be out there. I'll be out there every fucking day if I can.
Oh yeah, I love that. And you guys, I got one final question for you, as we close out this interview. Both of you guys, all three of us, grew up in different time periods, and we all have different wisdom because we all have different backgrounds. We've all worked different jobs. We all grew up in different areas, things like that. So, as far as morals and advice that you can give to the younger population, or even the older population, the middle population, everyone as a whole, because ages 18 to 75 watch this show, and they watch it religiously. So what's your information for them, to continue on with their life if they're struggling with anything from addiction to reality that they're living in? Dustin, starting with you, what is your advice?
Advice for some people struggling? I'd say you got to reach out to somebody. I wrote a song back in the day called Grab the Ammo, and one of the lyrics to it is, I've got to make the call tonight. They're coming for me one more time. And it's talking about, depression and being by yourself. And that's one of the biggest things I think that affects a lot of people these days, because we don't get out and talk to people as much as we need to. We look at our phones, and then it's kind of a counterintuitive. So we're not dealing with people directly, but we're also dealing with more people than we should indirectly through our phones, and it's throwing everything off of our fucking society. So I'd say You've got to fucking communicate with somebody. You've got to call somebody. You've got to go hang out with somebody outside. Find somebody that you can lean on to get through it, man, because there's always going to be somebody there. Somebody's always going to want to hear your voice rather than see your fucking casket.
That's facts. That's very true. That's very true. Damn, that's a good response. Yeah, man. There's always somebody out there for your music. There's always somebody out there to listen. But you do have to have the balls or the clitoris to reach out, and it's don't be scared to share your feelings because honestly, in this life, people are gonna stomp on your balls, and I've had people tell me to kill myself. I've had people to. I've had my ass kicked, but it's not really a matter of, all those things happening because, it's like a flash, but what I do remember is feeling it the next day, but getting up and fucking going back to what I need to do and getting through the day and getting shit done. That's it, but, the great fucking response, Dustin, great response.
Thanks.
And Dad, here is your chance to give your advice, whether it's political, whether it's morals, whether it's religious, whether it's whatever advice you have to get anybody through, or whatever advice you have for the struggling artist, the one who's an egotistical prick that might need to be brought down to size. What's your advice for the community and as a whole? What do you got, Pops?
Because on your forum at 10:30, I don't want to bore you guys with all, that bullshit. I'm gonna compliment you guys and just just be real in life. Just push forward and just stay positive. I mean, you guys are living your best life as far as I'm concerned. Through your music, Dustin's working his problems out through. He writes the lyrics and he's playing his music and he's getting through the day. But definitely, if you got a problem, talk to people. But unfortunately, it takes money to succeed. So just have a plan. Have some type of plan. Because what's going on right now, everyone lives for today. They don't live for tomorrow. There's no question about it. They just live, in the moment. So you just got to have somewhat of a plan, just have some direction. But definitely model yourself after you guys. I mean, you guys are, it's fantastic, man. You're just living a great life. You're happy. You're doing what makes you happy. That's what you got to do. So just model your life after EWL. That's my advice, man. Maybe I'm getting fucked up, but.
Hey, that's all right.
Hey, man, there's two speeds, or in fact, there's only one speed.
No, one
for you. Yeah,
speed.
There's one speed for you. It's fast and faster, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. I let you use that term, in your song. So just an FYI with that, for the audience.
You guys, it has been an absolutely killer fucking interview tonight.
Hey, can I give one last thing?
Yeah, go. Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to a special little guy named Maxwell who's going to be turning 9 tomorrow.
Oh
yeah.
my!
I just want to say happy birthday to my youngest.
Happy birthday, Max! Yes. It's Ernest's birthday today. From Spock.
Hey, happy birthday, Ernest!
Yeah, dude, fucking. But little Max, dude, me and Dustin been playing, in a band for a long time. It feels like fucking 10 years, but it's been a while, So getting to know this guy, and we've definitely fucking butted heads, man, to a point to where you wanted to throw me out a fucking window, because I Pops, you know me growing up, I'm a fucking bitch to be with, sometimes, I am loud. I'm loud, I'm a pain in the ass, and sometimes I really don't care about feelings. I really don't. If I hurt them, I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm not going to shit on you. I'm not going to go out of my way to shit on your feelings. But if what I say offends you, then I apologize. But it's no reason why we're a duo. That's not just a random act of fate. We tried. We did.
Yeah, we tried a lot of different people.
We really did. We tried, and on all ages, not just young. You know, we try, all ages. It's just, I'm a lot. I'm a lot, man. And you know, when I come to practice, when I come to the show, I may be fucked up and everything, but I'm energetic and I'm going to give you my all. And, you know, sometimes I'll forget a lyric. I'm not perfect. Nobody in punk music is perfect. That's why we play punk. It's 4 fucking chords. And you scream your heart out because it's feeling in your fucking voice, not in the goddamn, you know, that's what it is. But, yeah, and you know, you guys, it's been just a killer interview. I mean, it's just been insane. We've gone for almost 2 hours.
Fucking great. Almost 2 hours.
I'm just rambling on. You know, I'm gonna say my advice, being in my age, and that's pretty much don't listen to everything that's in front of your face. Don't listen to the first person that tells you something, whether it's medically, whether it's, you know, about your music, about your life. Don't listen to that first person. Don't Google your shit, because Google doesn't have the answer. The internet, you know, internet's painted. It really is. It's a piece of art, but it's painted, you know. So, but you know, just don't listen to everything in front of your face, and just be yourself to the fullest. And yeah, whether it's political, whether it's, you know, whether it's controversial, you know, say it with your heart and don't be a bitch about it. You know, that's pretty much all I gotta say. You know, and if you need help, dude, I'm here. I answer my phone like all the fucking time. You know, send me a message. I usually answer within a day or so. I mean, it's crazy, Dad. Crazy how many bands have reached out, and you know, bands that I play on the show, man. It's insane.
It's just gonna grow and grow, man. I mean, I'm telling you guys, you're rolling. I mean, at 10:30, we're rolling through this fucking interview.
I mean, yeah, man.
Tell you, you know, first interview, obviously, but for me, but I'm glad I was able to get on here, man, and just say a few things. But you guys, I'm just so damn proud of you guys. I mean, you guys are just. Again, just keep doing what you're doing, and I'll be listening. That's it.
All right. Well,
sorry, I couldn't fucking hold it anymore.
You're good, dude. That was amazing, dude.
That's fucking unacceptable.
I pissed in the sink. Are you happy?
Oh,
all right, that's better.
That's acceptable. Dustin pissed on my dishes one night. That was a thing.
No, he wouldn't do that.
Yeah, we were really very, very intoxicated, but that's all right. It's all right. Shit happens, dude. They needed to be washed anyway. He was just trying to help me out. No worries.
Yeah, be up. I'm gonna be staying up for the rest of it. You know,
buzzing, right?
And I'm waiting to hear that tune. Spin that shit.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Pops, thank you so much. And Ed, I know you're in here with spirit. Thank you too. Dustin, it has been killer, man. Interviewing the EWL dads has been a great time, and the audience has just been loving this shit. This has been a long show today, because, you know, the next show isn't going to be till November 15th. You know, I'm taking a break for my anniversary, my 1 year being married to Hallie. So that's a big thing. So I'm taking a week off, and November 15th there's going to be 2 interviews, and you guys both know the bands, you know, the Fraz Band and the Jicks. So,
for the 50th show.
The number 50, Yep, 50.
During that week off, and plant the seed, get that shit done, man. Because I want results. I'm tired of fucking waiting. Just a heads up. All right, thanks.
Have a great night, you guys.
Have a good night.
Love you, man.
Sure. Bye.
Oh. My mic was off the entire time. Here we go. All right, I think I'm back. What I was saying was, you got shows like OT80, Dukester, you know, you got pages like Underground Rock, you got, you know, another radio show is Jeff Tucker with, you know, Front Row. R&D Unplugged. You got these pages really pushing your music. So just reach out to them. Push your shit, man. Always drive yourself. That was the EWL dads. Here, this next tune is a brand new EWL tune. Here is Addict by Dustin of EWL. Enjoy.
In the shadows where the city sleeps, you chased the highs, but the lows did creep, into your veins, into your mind. It was an escape, but you were left behind. Oh, lost in the haze, forever gone. A fleeting light, extinguished to sound. In the silence, I hear your name. Echoes of memories, forever in pain. We shared our dreams and our biggest fears, but in the end, the demons, they appeared. You slipped away into the night, leaving me with just this hollow light. Oh, lost in the haze, forever gone. A fleeting light, extinguished to sound. In the silence, I hear your name. Echoes of memories, forever in pain. Now I'm left to wonder what could have been. If only we'd found a way to break those fucking chains of addiction. It held us tight. In the darkness, there was no light. It kept us warm. We did what we had to live for. It gave us a strength. We needed an extra bomb. We're still wondering no more. Now that the lights are all fucking Oh, lost in the haze, forever gone. A fleeting light, extinguished to sound. In the silence, I hear your name. Echoes of memories, forever in pain. Oh, lost in the haze, forever gone. A fleeting light, extinguished to sound. In the silence, I hear your name. Echoes of memories, forever in pain.
Wow, man. You gotta give it to Dustin, dude. Gosh, that paints a picture, doesn't it? Doesn't it? You guys, it has been an absolutely killer fucking show. We went way past, but I had to give it to you, man. And the ones that go back and replay this, because, I am gonna be, off until November 15th, man. It's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a thing. But you guys, it's been absolutely killer. It's been fucking amazing. Hanging out with all of you, meeting you guys getting to meet the dads and actually seeing a little bit, how it all kind of worked out, how it all panned out, man. It was something. But, you know, I got to tell you, you know, I want you to guys check out these pages. And, you know, before I go, Punk in the Corn is still a thing. The GoFundMe, push that shit, man. We can do this, man. We can do it. We can fucking do it. We just got to push, push, push. And I know we can because we're fucking indie artists, man. That's all we do is we push. Push, push, push. All right, man. Closing us out for the evening tonight. Closing us out. You gotta love them, man. You gotta love them. And I had to play this tune. I have to play it. Here's No Forks. Counting Time. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in to the EWL Indie Review Show. It's been amazing. Stay safe out there. Check out R&D. Check out OTAT. Check out No Forks. Check out Underground Rock, Jeff Tucker from Front Row Radio. Check out all of them. All right, I love you. And if I missed any of them, tag them. This is Tim from EWL, your host for the evening, signing off with this last tune. I love you all so much. Here's Counting Time by the No Forks. Enjoy, go follow them, and they will be live at Punk in the Corn, baby. Yeah.
The drip, drip, drip of the tap water singing like a song on the radio waves. Every little sound clawing at my skull, haven't slept in days. Thoughts keep twisting in my head, a noose wrapped around my throat. Like a cigarette burns down, is my life going up in smoke? Cause I'm up all night and I'm up all night, and I'm lost and searching inside, and I'm up all night and I'm up all night. Every single miserable night, I'm up all night, and I'm lost and searching inside, and I'm up all night, and I'm up all night, counting time. I wish I could switch to crazy, I'll close my eyes, maybe simple pleasures. Phantoms live within the walls of my head, feeding like a cancer. Try to count the sheep as they run away from questions that haunt me. Close my eyes as daylight breaks, the time has wasted away. Cause I'm up all night and I'm up all night, and I'm lost and searching inside, and I'm up all night and I'm up all night. Every single miserable night, I'm up all night, and I'm lost and searching inside, and I'm up all night and I'm up all night. Every single miserable night, I'm up all night, counting time. What am I doing here? All this wasted time and third fucking randomness. 10, 9, 8, 7, counting down the time in seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3. With some time in therapy to do one, count down the sheep are piling up. 1, 2, starting on this hard dirty road. I'm going nuts. Cause I'm up all night and I'm up all night, and I'm lost and searching inside, and I'm up all night and I'm up all night. Every single miserable night, I'm up all night, and I'm lost and searching inside, and I'm up all night and I'm up all night. Every single miserable night, I'm up all night. Every single miserable fucking night, I'm up all night, counting time.
I fucking love No Forks. You guys have a very, very, very amazing weekend. Keep it safe, keep it smooth, keep it sexy. You know, it's been absolutely amazing chilling with all of you. Thank you so much to Ed, Dustin's dad. Thank you so much to Tim, my dad. And thank you so much to Dustin popping in. I know he doesn't like popping in front of the camera and shit sometimes. He's awesome, man. Thank you so much, you guys. And thank you all for tuning in tonight to the EWL Indie Review Show. We will see you on 11/15, November 15th. And I will be doing a killer show with Halfway Homeless on the 22nd. And that will be live streamed, so don't miss that.